Mrs. Strickland, he's been murdered.
Murdered?
Yeah.
That's impossible. We don't permit murders in this hotel.
Remember the ghoulish, goose, pimply, gleeful time you had when Abbott and Costello met Frankenstein? Now they're face to face with the king of the killers in the slap-happiest homicide in the history of mystery.
This bellboy will commit suicide tonight, and this will be found beside the body.
Suicide?
I have ways.
Bodies? The place is loaded with them. And guns. And gals. And gags. And slinky, slithery homicidal suspects. With Abbott and Costello in the middle between the law and the vengeance of the most ruthless killer of them all.
How could you find the bodies in your room? I put them in the elevator.
Now you put your foot in.
That's good enough for me. Margaret Phillips, I place you under arrest on the charge of willful and premeditated homicide.
Stand on the foot of the bed. Put the noose around your neck. When I count 3, jump.
What's the matter, Freddy Cat? This is only a tiny little bird.
You mean a poor little dincy-wincy, itsy-bitsy defenseless bird?
Yes.
Let me at him! Let me at him! I'll get him, baby! Gangway, I'll mortalize him! Let me at him!
Take it easy, take it easy.
I'll show him! Where's he get that stuff? Don't hold me back! I'll get him! I'll show him!
Come on, quit your fooling. Get up that ladder.
Push me, Abbott! Don't push me!
Come on.
I'm scared to go up high. I get hydrophobia. No, I don't want to go. Oh, don't push me. Oh, don't. You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it. He did it.
Come on, stupid. Get the bird.
Oh.
Give me the bird. Give me the bird.
If the Hayes office would only let me, I'd give him the Boyd, all right.
Of course. Everything's under control.
Don't push me down in a box, Babbitt. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, Babbitt! Oh, Babbitt! Babbitt!
What's the matter now?
I'm afraid of the dark.
Well, I'll let you out then.
I thought I tore a putty tab. I did. I tore a putty tab.
the brakes were against you.
I'm a flopperoo. I can't even get the boy.
Don't worry, you'll get it all right.
You mean I'll get it in the end?
Yeah, and you'll get a big bang out of it, too.
Well, that sure takes a load off of my mind. Hey, cut it out! Cut it out, pigeon! Don't do that!
This Witty Pitty went to market.
Baby!
This Witty Pitty stayed home.
Baby!
This Witty Pitty had roast beef. Well, what do you know? I ran out of pitties. Here, Putty Cat.
I'll save you. Where are you? Speak to me. Speak to me. Come on, stop your clowning. What's the matter with you? Aren't you ashamed?
I don't know.
Why do you do these things?
I'm a bad pussycat. Oh, I just can't seem to get the boy. Ain't no use.
Don't worry.
I can't do it.
This'll get you up there. Contact.
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 Contact. Hey, Babbitt! I'm a Spitfire!
Hello? Fourth Interceptor Command? I see an unidentified object flying around my widow head.
Is there an insurance salesman in the house?
Airwade, lights out, total blackout. Wake it up, Putty Cat, wake it up. Airwade, lights out, total blackout.
Hey, now's our chance. Come on.
Turn out those lights!
Those faces, those terrible faces, I can't stand it. Look, there they are again.
Don't be scared, folks.
No, it's only us.
You!
Oh, don't sneak up on me. You know I'm nervous. I could have spilled everything all... Oh, there you are.
If you think that's a tangle, wait until you see what happens to Dean and Jerry when a gang of ruthless killers get on their trail.
Somebody's got to move.
The heat's on in New York, so they stow away on a cruise to Cuba.
Now I know what a sardine feels like.
But the chill is on in the haunted castle of Lost Island when the boys go spook hunting with beautiful Elizabeth Scott.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And Mr. Fresh Rogan. Oh, he's doing
What up?
Oh, how's it going? Yeah, okay. You fucking with me, Fresh? Right out the gate, huh? That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be, huh? Of course. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. We are Fresh. Do I have you? Did we already right as we're going live? Are we starting to experience delays? What happened to Yep, big delay.
Big delay. We got the
big delay.
We're at the curse tonight.
Yep, as soon as okay, so of course, audience, you got to hear this. Literally, as we're coming into the intro, I'm checking with Fresh to make sure that there's no delay, and of course, there's a delay. So while I'm fixing that, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Friday evening where we're relaxing, enjoying our last offering of public domain horror for our summer of schlock.
Yeah, summer's almost over.
And unfortunately, at some point it's got to come to an end, and our summer essentially is coming to an end with tonight's film, our final film of season 6. And we have got, at least by title, I would say, an incredibly schlocky film lined up. At least if I'm going off title alone. Tonight, we are watching the 1952 horror comedy Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla, which is... again, I haven't seen it, but you can tell just by title alone. What a name. Of course, it stars, as you can tell, Bela Lugosi. This is, a tradition that we have here on the show. We like to end every season with a Lugosi movie because there are so many Lugosi movies in the public domain. So
Was this the only Bela Lugosi meets blank? Because I feel like there's a lot of maybe missed potential there.
I think so.
If Scooby-Doo can get a whole season of meets blank, why can't Bela Lugosi?
Right. It was a unique idea that we'll talk about how they hit on it later tonight. But unfortunately, no. I mean, he only had a few more good years after this, and they didn't quite, the comedy, or the title doesn't say it, but we'll see that he's basically paired up with a comedy team this evening, and
crossover
movie. Yeah, and let's just say that this isn't the most quality comedy team of the early 50s. It's not even close. But it's gonna.
It's no Babbitt and Costello.
No, it's no Babbitt. But like Babbitt and Costello, it is a cheap imitation of popular comedians. And that is basically what we have lined up for you. Bela Lugosi meets some hack comedians. And everybody knows I'm a big Lugosi fan. But I mean, we've watched enough Lugosi movies on this stream. Would you consider yourself
at this point? Absolutely. I love Bela Lugosi. He's a treasure. This stream, I mean, I think every season we're singing the praises of Lugosi.
We do. Well, we started out of the gate kind of hot with the Lugosi public domain movies. I think like the first and second season we did like two Lugosi movies, or maybe more in each season. And so that was like when I realized, okay, there are a lot, but we will run out eventually.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe
there's a finite number, unfortunately.
I was like, maybe I need to slow down on the number of Lugosi movies that I'm scheduling. And so we've cut it back to one a season, and I like to use it as the last episode of each season.
It's become a fun tradition, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we get to look at different stages of the man's career and see kind of always the little bit of life even though he's known for playing an undead character for most of his life, for better or for worse. Lugosi really, this is late stage Lugosi. We've had the opportunity to see him in his early days and in his really pretty enjoyable middle career, where he was in a series of really fun poverty row movies. And I don't know. Would you guys say that you have a favorite Lugosi movie that we've shown on the program?
I mean, I probably the most. I mean, the one that sticks out is Scared to Death.
Well, and as you know, that's my favorite. But I'm surprised that it rubbed off on you in any way.
I'm still very like almost like enthralled by that movie. Has a weird kind of aura to it, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing that's always attracted me that I can never explain. And Fresh, I know you're on delay, but I think Fresh would probably, concur when I say you could call it the Skinamarink of 1940s horror films. It's very engaging to certain audiences, I think. I mean, certain people loathe the movie, but there's just some odd, bizarre thing about it, and I loved showing it on this program. And that's you can catch that full episode over on our YouTube page at Scream Stream Live. Like and subscribe. That's a fun episode. I mean, again, I just love that movie. But again, obviously White Zombie I think is also a pretty heavy favorite.
I mean,
get him, Stanzor. Get him. Yeah, Fresh.
Any film that lets Lugosi just really stretch his legs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like it's, and he did when he's really. I mean, he was usually always committed. I think the one movie where like it says he looks embarrassed is The Ape Man, which we saw a few seasons ago, and that was definitely embarrassing. I don't disagree with him on that if he felt embarrassed, but
Lugosi is never going to recover.
No,
from The Ape Man.
And thanks for tuning in, Stanzor. Don't please, yeah. I mean, we'll try to never let you down. And Fresh, Fresh is just a constant disappointment over here with his terrible Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi really sucks, Fresh. So it's not on my end, bro. It's not.
If you could.
Okay, I think we're coming. Is it better now, Fresh? It looks I've got green bars.
You know what?
I've got green bars on mine.
Sure.
Well, we'll take it for now. We'll take it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Okay,
yeah,
it's perfect.
We'll just play off you.
It feels like you're sitting in front of me talking now. That's how good it is.
Yay!
We fixed it.
Okay, all right. So one time I was sitting down on the couch and I was eating hot Cheetos.
We never got the end of the story.
Yeah.
We're enthralled, Fresh. We're gonna save it for the first break. We're gonna save the end of the exciting conclusion of Fresh's Bigfoot story, which we didn't let him finish with our Bigfoot. I forgot about the Bigfoot movie that we watched last Friday. How could I forget about that? I don't know. That was so much fun. I really, it was just so ridiculous, right?
Yeah, it was like not. It was kind of a documentary, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good summation of what we saw last Friday. And I mean, again, this Friday we're seeing more of the decline of Bela Lugosi, unfortunately. But that's
what stage of his career is this movie?
So that's a good question, Evan. This is a really interesting point. This was right after he finished a London tour of Dracula and also acted in a movie over there. And then he came back to the United States, and it was just before he met Ed Wood. And so it falls between London and the Ed Wood period of his career.
Okay, so are these good years?
Yeah, he's definitely still, this is probably like the height of his drug addiction and alcohol addiction. And like, I think by the time
not his career,
by the time he got to Bride of the Monster, which was the Lugosi movie that we watched at the end of last season,
another very fun movie.
That was a lot of fun, but he was at like that was like right before he went into rehab, right? And maybe some of it was after. I can't remember. I can't remember what the connection was there, but he's healthier looking in this movie than in Bride of the Monster, and that's what a lot of people say. And I think maybe you'll notice. I noticed because I've started seeing it said more.
This one's not in color, is it?
No. This is a very cheap. Oh. Now Fresh is really in the mainframe. He's hacked Discord. Look at that. Or wait, are those the sounds for Discord?
Are we getting Skyped right now?
Is it Skype? Is that what it is? Can't keep track of any of those.
We got Fresh on TeamSpeak.
Software sounds. Yeah, Fresh.
Hello?
Okay, he's good. He's
back.
He's back.
Hey guys, long time listener, first time caller. I was wondering
first time hacker.
When you're when everyone's around and you're swinging for long bombs away, how do you come around to know that, like, man, like, this really is what it's for?
Yeah, I just think, when you've got movies like Bela Lugosi in them, and that's what we're watching.
That was an astute response, Evan.
It's like I like the part where he like looks at the camera and it like zooms in on his eyes.
Yeah, they say
they
say don't look at the camera, but he looks at the camera. He gets away with it.
He really does. He is he
kind of makes you think, doesn't it? What else is he getting away with?
Well, I can tell you on this set, it was dashing back to his dressing room to shoot up morphine and then come to the set and perform.
Well,
and that's per the associate producer.
Did he at least give a very energetic performance?
Well, we'll see. We'll find out. I mean, again, he usually does. And anything that Lugosi's in is high energy, much like what I'm hoping for tonight's cocktail, because as always, Evan brings us a delightful cocktail to pair with the evening's film and a little segment which this season we've been calling
Schlocktail Hour. So Bela Lugosi, he's a lot of things. He's a treasure, and we love him.
Mm-hmm.
He's an international character, I think, and that's kind of the spirit that I want to bring for tonight's this season's tribute to Bela Lugosi. If you've been watching this season, you'll know that I've had a lot of fun just smashing, cocktails together, like what they do at the Hadron Collider, inventing. I've been looking for that God cocktail.
You've had some amazing ones.
Some of them
got
actually
really
turn
good
out
ones.
pretty well.
Oh.
And so for tonight, what I'm doing, we have another two cocktails being smashed together, and this one I'm calling Bela Lugosi meets a Tokyo Godzilla. So this is a cross between a cocktail called the Bela Lugosi and another cocktail called the Godzilla. the Bela Lugosi is allegedly based on a Hungarian cocktail, although I had a little bit of trouble corroborating that. But we'll say that it is.
Sure, sure.
He is Hungarian, so that was it's featuring some the original cocktails of allegedly features this Hungarian red wine, which sounds good. I can't get it, so we're not going to be using that. Instead, we're going to be bringing in some very new flavors. We've got a whole spread of new flavors here from the Godzilla. We're taking some passion fruit liqueur, some sake, some pureed kiwi. So we're gonna have some very fresh, very fragrant flavors. Have you drank sake?
He said it. He said the magic word.
For heaven's sake.
I've never had. I don't.
It's
think I've
been
ever had it.
a while since I've had any, and
Ooh, I love sake.
I do like sake. It's pretty good. I'm not sure how. We've got a lot of ingredients in this one, and just by the way, if you'd like to make this at home, you can make the Bela Lugosi meets a Tokyo Godzilla with white rum, sake, passion fruit liqueur, cherry liqueur, kiwi puree, and a splash of orange juice. So we've got a lot of stuff in our glass tonight, and I'm not sure. The sake might be a little overpowered. I put a bit in there, but
was that what that bottle was?
That's what the big bottle is.
The big bottle,
That's
yeah. I was asking Ed. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
On the desk right here.
It is giant. It's about as big as our monitors.
It's about as big as a Japanese person.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Please note that Evan speaks for himself, and his opinions do not affect do not reflect the beliefs and opinions of the Scream Street.
Yeah, the stream believes that Asian people are very tall.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. There's a lot of different flavors running around here, and you've had some really, really delicious cocktails this season. And I've loved pretty much all of them. I think obviously the shot was the hardest thing for me to take. But pretty much everything else pretty solid. And
we've been having fun. I've been having a lot of fun making these new spins on old things. So I think I'm ready. If you're ready, we're gonna give this a try.
All right.
So this is our season finale drink. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And enjoy.
Ooh. It's very.
I'm getting the fresh, that kiwi puree.
That must be what it is. There's something very
He said it. He said the word.
So I don't want to say earthy, but yeah, something very natural. Fresh is probably the best word for it.
Yeah, it tastes kind of green.
Green, yeah, it's definitely the kiwi for sure. Yeah, it's it's interesting, man.
It's not as it's a pretty mild cocktail. It's not for all the flavors we've got in there, it's not overpowering.
No, it's kind of I don't know, kind of not stinging my lip, but it's kind of
are you allergic to
I hope not. If you guys notice my lips start to get bigger as we're watching the movie, and my voice just starts to get more and more garbled, you can't understand what I'm saying, please alert me in the chat, because I'll just keep going. I won't stop until it's too late. So hopefully not allergic, but definitely a little sting around the tops of my lips. I don't know.
That's
my top lip. I don't know.
I'm not getting that. So
okay, so that's maybe something to be concerned about. We'll check back in a few minutes on that one.
Just finish.
I'll keep drinking more, and I'll tell you if it gets worse or better. No, it's really good.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot,
like it a
actually.
little, yeah, it's very good. Bela Lugosi would be proud. I think he would. He would enjoy it. Well,
some nice summer sipping while you're.
I'm sure he enjoyed a nice like juicy kind of cocktail. He wasn't always drinking.
He wasn't always doing morphine.
What was it? Well, what was his drink? I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah, I think it was just hot water and morphine, right?
Yeah, only on the set. No, it was a Boilermaker. Was that what they called it? It was a shot and a beer, basically. Yeah. That was what his go-to was a Boilermaker. So if you ever,
I like that. That's a robust combo.
I guess, man, if you're looking to really kind of get like, just kind of like immediately get buzzed, but also start feeling drunk like right away, like
you want a little jump start.
I guess that's a way to do it.
Bela Lugosi liked to party.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. Unfortunately,
a little too much.
A little too much. Yeah, I mean, obviously the drug addiction was brought on because he was prescribed the medicines due to an injury that he had. The alcoholism, that's a whole different story. But yeah, no, even though I probably shouldn't be toasting an alcoholic and saying that he'd be proud of this. He'd be proud.
It's always the conundrum of our finale episodes.
Right. But pretty good cocktail, and I think it'll pair well with this evening's film. A little tropical, a little spicy. And when I say that, I mean that it is pretty culturally insensitive. So get ready for that. It's very much it all takes place on a tropical island, or most of it. So and of course, as we said, the main characters outside of course Lugosi, who plays a mad scientist. Which
so this doesn't take place in Brooklyn?
Does not take place in Brooklyn. Takes place on a tropical island. The comedy team are the characters who hail from Brooklyn. And they...
Not the gorilla?
Yeah, well, you'll see. That's part of the plot. You'll see. Okay. But, again, this comedy team, their names are... Mitchell and Petrillo, right? And they are basically a really, really low quality imitation of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, who are a popular comedy team at that time in the early 50s. They were making all these movies and they were very popular. Dean Martin's a crooner. He's an Italian-American crooner. He's easy on the eyes, likes to knock them back. And then you got freaking Jerry Lewis doing his baby man shtick with his high-pitched voice and his crazy faces. Again, like Evan pointed out as we were getting into the show, not unlike a young Jim Carrey.
He's a Jim Carrey type, or maybe Jim Carrey's a Jerry Lewis type.
Yeah, they're definitely cut from the same cloth for sure. And so Jerry Lewis was, people ate that shit up. Nowadays it's grating. You go back and watch him and his voice, and it's just like, that's all it is. That's what's supposed to make you laugh, is that he's just doing this crazy voice and making these crazy faces.
Yeah, in 50 years, people are going to look back at Jim Carrey's work and think the same thing.
Right. I was going to say, to be fair, that's kind of just a sub genre of comedy, right? That's just what some people are able to make a living doing, and it works for them, right? But again, when you're just imitating another comic's work, or in this case, it's one comedy team imitating another comedy team, it's just kind of hollow, right? I mean, that's essentially what we've got. Duke Mitchell is your Dean Martin Italian-American crooner. And he's very, very much crooner, and you'll see him croon.
Got the cigar.
Well, I hope he has a cigar. I don't think he'll have a fedora. Yeah, I unfortunately no. But he would make a perfect driving crooner. And then you have Sammy Petrillo, who is literally just doing a Jerry Lewis impression that is really, It's bad.
Like
Not to, cast aspersions on the
like
guy.
when you photocopy a photocopy and it just turns out a little worse.
Yeah. But I mean, there is more to their story in them, and we'll get into all that later. It is kind of interesting how these guys, they were not like a very popular comedy team by any sense of the word, but they had a manager who wanted to get them in a movie, and so he got them in this movie, and they got Lugosi in it, and that's how we get Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. So really, really interesting movie here, really interesting people behind the scenes. Just before we get into it, the director is William One Shot Baudine, who directed some movies that we've watched on the show before. What did he do? He did
was it Fog Island?
No, he did I should know off the top of my head, but he did Ape Man, Voodoo Man, which is our lost episode, and of course one of my personal favorites, and I'm sure y'all's too, Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. That was his last movie ever, right? But he directed hundreds of movies and could do them like that in a few days. Boom, movie, like no time at all. And it's interesting kind of how he got it into the mix, but we'll talk about all that later. This is going to be a very cheesy, schlocky horror comedy, but I haven't seen it, so I can't judge it just yet. We're in for a treat, I'm sure. It's got Lugosi, so he'll be doing his thing. We'll enjoy it, no matter how grating Mitchell and Petrillo are.
No matter how schlocky this movie is.
Yeah, we'll see. Anything before we get into it tonight, boys?
So is he gonna turn into a bat, or is the gorilla?
Don't
spoil it. I'll find out.
I won't spoil it. Fresh, can you hear me?
What?
Is there anybody out there?
Yeah. Okay. Great. I was wanted to make sure that the they hadn't kicked you out of the bus station and you didn't lose your Wi-Fi.
Just wanted to circle back.
I can kind of hear you. Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, I think Fresh, if you have it queued up,
I do.
Then we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla right now. It's pretty, again, we saw the trailer for Abbott Costello Meet the Killer Boris Karloff. So it's not... The night was a few years before this, so it's not totally uncommon to just put the actor's name in the title like that. But it is strange, right?
Ramona the Chimp?
Yep. Oh, you'll see.
Oh, God. We got a chimp in this
We
movie?
got a chimp in the mix. Everybody, look out.
Everybody hold on to your faces.
Oh, no. Ah! Yep. Chimp got a little too close to Sammy Petrillo, and that's why this is the only movie he ever did. No, I'm just kidding.
Looks like we're gonna have some musical numbers.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, again, I told you, man. That's
of course,
the crooner, baby. You got a crooner, baby.
I forgot I'm riding with the crooners.
Yeah, man. You're right. Drive
the jungle, the vast wilderness of giant, lush foliage, of tropical birds and fierce animal life.
How come there's no trees behind like the fourth tree back?
The deadly python that can crush a giant elk.
The deep jungle.
The proud lion. A fierce lioness stalking a prey to feed her young.
Oh my God!
Oh wow!
And the buzzards, the scavengers of the jungle, soaring lower.
Oh, those aren't
lower,
like warplanes.
Eager to devour the dead or the dying.
God, freaking
kill or be killed.
Hate those damn
things. This is the law of the jungle. And here, what have we here? Who are these men? What can they possibly be doing in this cruel tropical wilderness?
Those men.
What's Karl Marx doing out here in the jungle? Looks really warm to be wearing in the jungle.
Yeah. Well, you know, they got the AC cranked up. Summertime.
That cold jungle.
Whoa. Cool mask.
Trick or treat.
VJ. Hola da Banzi. Hola da Banzi.
Ava, Nova.
Hola da Banzi. Hola da Banzi.
Father, don't let him kill them.
No, hola da Banzi.
You're gonna love the mix of just complete nonsense languages. Yeah, that's essentially what they're doing. Not quite scatting?
They're talking like Sims.
Hola da Banzi. Hola da Banzi.
No, Ava, Uncle Son.
They're gonna get stuck trying to go to the bathroom now. Someone's gonna delete the door from the hut.
How do you think this was scripted? Like on the page?
I hope not. I hope they're just letting them go crazy with it. Hell. Why did they cut their hair and shave their face?
Discover who is these men?
Well, not yet, Father.
This early Sesame Street episode was fucking weird.
Look, Father. I think one of them is named Mervyn.
Mervyn?
Nice.
Who said that?
Mervyn?
Which one of you is Mervyn?
Oh, lady, you got us mixed up with two other guys.
My name is Nona.
God. Stop. We're gonna have to deal with enough of that tonight.
Where are we?
Why is his shirt tied like that?
The island of Cola Cola.
Cola?
Sounds like a commercial for some bubble water.
How did we get here?
Some of our men found you
This
lying
is
in
gonna
the
be
jungle
like
and
Tommy's lap in the
what are they
room.
on for carrying charges?
Oh my God.
Okay, carrying charges, 21. Let's wrap it up here, lady.
This guy's doing enough laughing for all of us.
How did you get lost in the jungle?
That is
Well,
Jerry
we're on our way to
Lewis's
do a
whole
show for
shtick
the
right
boys
there.
in Guam. We're in a plane high over the Pacific. Sammy goes
He
to
thinks
work
that
for the
makes him
powder room
look
and he couldn't
really
find
cool
it.
tying
I
his
went there
shirt
to
like
show him. I
that.
walked through the wrong door. Like a dopey follows me.
Yeah, lucky thing we had on parachutes.
There we were, lost in a vast wilderness. We lived on wild berries and raw fish.
Which is much better than the raw fish living on us.
You have nothing to worry about. My father, the chief, will see that you're well cared for.
Me, Chief Rockers, king of this island.
Well, gee, you sure look super, Chief. Super,
my
Chief,
God.
yeah.
Really funny.
Shh. Hiya, Chief. I'm Duke Mitchell. This is my partner, Sammy Petrillo.
You know, Mitchell
Oh,
and
yeah,
Petrillo,
Chief.
songs, dances, and snappy patter. Have tuxedo, we'll travel.
This is what happened
Not
when
this
that
far.
guy went to North Sentinel
Welcome
Island.
to our island.
Exactly.
We are honored. Our house is yours.
Yeah, well, remind me to get some new wallpaper in here, will you?
Really didn't like that guy's musical number.
Bungo, bungo. Papeo, colihao, and poi poi.
Climbing.
Tonight, we have great luau. To celebrate you, my people will sing and dance for you.
Gee, that sounds great. We'll do likewise, I'm sure. I have this one, but shake it, kid, shake it, go, Dad, go.
Hey, cut it out. Don't mind my friend. He's young. He's foolish.
No doubt. Come.
Wow.
See that? You made the chief mad.
That's okay. He wasn't a good dancer anyway.
You know, someday I'm gonna let you fry in your own grease.
Couldn't you make it chicken fat? Maybe.
Oh my god, that was... Oh, here we go. Okay. We got some pageantry going on.
Yeah.
Some choreography. Okay.
Dance number. Ladies and gentlemen, the Birds of War.
That is That's exactly what that top looks like.
Whoever had him eating off the floor. What's the matter? Can't they afford chairs? Shh.
Sababaga canta.
What's that, man?
Sababaga canta.
No, Roya Rito Kanga Yala Malo. Okay, banga banga.
Since when do you talk a native language?
I just started today.
Well, what'd he say?
What'd he say? I don't even know what I said. Now don't hit me, Dookie. Hikes me in the head.
Just like every comedy team, but 10 times worse.
That's a wonderful dance they're doing.
My people are happy to entertain you.
Well, Sammy and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, I'd be more entertained if I had a pretty girl to talk to. Hey, girl, why'd you Duke have all the meat and potatoes?
Meat and potatoes?
Don't mind my friend. He speaks in a vernacular.
I do? Gee. Gee, I want a girl just like the girl the other.
That's easy. I'll call my sister.
You have a sister?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Sis, I need you to take one for the team.
Come
You
here.
need to take one for the
Well,
for the
she's got a
village.
sister and she's all for me, Dookie.
Lots of luck.
Yes? I have a very nice friend for you.
Oh my god.
See? The little one.
Dookie, and it's all for me. Ah, Dookie, no, no, no.
Oh, I like. Come. This is Saloma.
This is your sister?
I'd be so pumped.
My baby sister. Saloma.
I mean,
This is Sammy.
what?
Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's no strings attached.
Saloma like you. Saloma think you beautiful.
Saloma needs glasses.
You eat.
I said, I don't want to eat, thank you.
Got him. Zing. Zing. Zing.
Dookie, I gotta get away from this blimp or she'll kill me.
Oh,
You asked for it.
I got it. When locked in the corner, do a routine.
Go.
Great.
You eat.
Oh, I thank you. Will you let go of the shirt? What are you trying to feed me for? You're not my mother. You can't feed me.
Saloma, no palapa. Oh, no palapa.
After all, I've been eating for a long time. I know how to feed myself. I've been feeding myself ever since I was a little boy. Do you understand?
No palapa.
So you found yourself in the middle of a flash mob.
Dancing like a fool. Oh, the crickets. That's good. I like that. Yep.
Oh, well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Showtime at the Royal Tahitian. And what a wonderful show we have lined up for you tonight. You know, as you know, this is my first visit to your beautiful island of Cola-Cola, and I want to tell you that the climate is wonderful. It really makes a guy feel full of Pepsi. Get it? Cola, Pepsi? Pepsi, Cola?
Tough crowd.
Gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to ask the prisoner one question. Have you ever been up before Judge Smith?
I don't know. What time does Judge Smith get up?
Oh my god.
He's
doing his tight five. He's doing his tight. It's a tight.
He's bombing.
I hadn't had a bite for 3 days. You know what I did? I bit him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got her.
You gotta laugh.
They're all gonna follow her.
What did he say?
Ao cansado com o lado do Licelo. Ao cansado com os sapos.
Oh yeah, you can tell he's laughing by the way he's bobbing up and down.
Oh, $500,000 of them. Wowie. Listen to this one. Listen to this one. Did you take a bath this morning? Why? Is there one missing?
It's like the one chick that just wants to fuck him but has no idea what he's saying.
But I told you to wait in the truck.
You dance with Saloma?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I mean, she speaks pretty good English.
Left your motor running, kid. I don't want to dance with you. Leave going on, will you? You're breaking all
It's kind of weird that they can all talk to him, but they have no idea what he's saying.
Movie linguistics.
Don't hate me, please.
Do you think perhaps she is too rough?
Probably doesn't know her own strength.
Death by snoo snoo.
That is accurate.
My father says, do you wish to dance for us?
Well, I don't dance, but I'll do 8 or 10 tunes for you.
Well, that's fine.
All right.
I'll do 8 or 10 tunes. Oh my god. He's doing his whole album.
Let's wrap it up.
Can we fast forward?
Now you.
I'm out. That's it. I'm
So
out.
is there a reason that she knows English and they don't? Or did I miss something?
No, you didn't miss anything. It's just that bad. While
Knows it. She was born knowing it.
Yeah, I guess so. While he's doing this terrible musical numbers, Stanzor points out a great fact. Duke Mitchell was the singing voice of Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones.
Oh.
So,
how about that?
Yeah.
Oh, now they're gonna walk into the hut and turn on the shower, and it's gonna be a bird spitting water. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
When did Fred Flintstone need a singing voice?
I think they did a whole thing where he's like got a great singing voice.
Okay.
Well, great.
If he can sing so well, why does he work at the Rock Quarry?
Not a lot of jobs for musicians back then. The fine arts weren't a thing, and the
showbiz was really competitive.
I mean, hey, you're playing nightclubs, man. Nightclubs. The tail end of, not even vaudeville anymore at that point.
You had to join a rock band.
Yep.
Rock.
Yep. Yep. Gets classic Flintstones bit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you got it because you didn't.
No, oh yeah. Well, no. Much like this film, I won't be laughing much at the jokes. We hear tonight.
It's a good thing they've got like a brass band off screen.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, they can't.
They can all hear it.
They can't sight read.
Boy, look at that moon. You wouldn't think it was the same one that was shining over the Bronx, Brooklyn, Coney Island.
But it is.
Yeah, but
Fun
it's so
fact,
much bigger
it
and
is.
brighter
Name
out here.
drop.
You sure have a beautiful place to live in. I've heard about places like this, read about it. In fact, I've even seen them in movies. Never really expected to be here, though.
Yes, we have everything here to make us happy. A calm, peaceful atmosphere. No noisy streetcars or automobiles. No rushing around in and out of subways. No smoky factories smudging up the air we breathe.
She knows a lot about
How come you
cities.
know about these things? And how come you talk like a college girl?
Perhaps it's because I went to college.
Come again?
I
Answered
was
your
sent to a country to
question.
be educated. Someday I will be queen of this island. My people would like their queen to be smart.
Well, what do you know?
Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's a very modern idea, isn't it? Well,
Sammy!
You know, I kind of hate to leave this place.
Then why go?
Huh?
Do you have to go?
Well, we're part of an entertainment group. We're due to entertain the boys on Guam. In fact, we're overdue. How do we get off this island?
the
Do any
boys
ships stop
on
here?
Guam.
Oh, yes. A ship stops once every 2 months.
Oh,
We're
well,
due
let's
to
do better than
entertain
that.
the boys on
Perhaps
Guam.
Dr. Zabel can help you.
Dr. Zaber?
Yes, he's the only white man on the island.
Well, how come we haven't seen him? Where is he?
He lives on the other side of the island. He's a scientist working on an experiment in evolution. He's very clever, and we are in the midst of a
Did
series
you
of...
say we?
Yes.
He's very
You see,
clever.
he hired me as his assistant.
Oh.
Tomorrow I shall take you to him.
I like how the only
You'll be
white
very
man on
glad
the
to see
island
both,
is about to
I'm
fuck it up for everybody.
Classic.
Hey, Duke. Doogie.
Why?
Ain't that just how it goes?
Oh, never mind.
You had that away.
Nice.
Oh, she's also blind. Got it.
Run for your life.
Oh my god.
God.
Run for your life.
Oh my god, that's
When I say stock,
This
you
island
say
is huge.
footage.
It's a densely populated
Run for
island.
mine too, no?
Daddy!
I don't think you're running for your life. She's not gonna kill you.
Oh, pardon me.
How do you know? He wants to sex this
I mean,
man to
I
death.
don't know that.
Got that look in her eye.
She really does.
I would let her kill me. That's all I'm saying.
She's a sex maniac. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Classic.
Let me alone, will ya? Get out of here, let me alone.
I like the super artificial totem pole.
What are you talking about? That's the real deal.
Here we are.
It's like glossy where they coated it with
Nice to see you.
polyurethane.
That's the custom of the island.
No kidding.
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's a switch.
Well, you know, for the island weather.
Oh, many quaint ones. I shall tell them.
Yeah, it sheds water now.
Yeah.
I must go. It's getting late. Good night.
Wait a minute. You can't take a guy home and then leave him with just a good night.
Whoa.
Mm.
Yeah, he's definitely from Brooklyn, all right.
Oh, hey, Toots, you can't leave me hanging over here.
Wait, where you going, doll?
Let me go, will ya?
You just let go. What are you doing? You were hanging on her back.
Nice load, but you didn't have to go out of your way.
Shut up, cuckoo. It's a custom of the islands, right?
Right. Well, we better go. Until tomorrow. Come, Saloma.
Good night, my little one.
Get out of here, get away. Get out of here.
Bye.
Yeah, wait for me in the glove compartment, will ya? Well?
Well,
He really
Why,
doesn't
you
like
gonna
her.
turn me across the threshold?
get out of here.
Nice.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
dude.
Why, I oughta.
You motherfucker.
Do we have to go?
Oh, not very much.
Boy, now I know how Livingston felt when he couldn't find Stanley.
You have that wrong. It's just vice
I wish you would
versa.
untie the shirt. That looks
I
ridiculous.
know, it's what
Is it just
isn't
gonna be
that
like that for the
called
whole
something?
movie?
Isn't that a style? Like what? I can't remember what that's called.
That's right.
I thought it was gonna be like he woke up like that and then they were gonna undo it.
Oh, don't worry about that.
No,
You
it's
won't.
not a bit.
None
Yeah,
of my
he's having
people
his
went very close to
hot
the
boy
castle.
summer.
It is
Yeah,
very
that's a.
Castle? What
He's
castle?
definitely
Yeah, this is white boy summer.
He's having like a Ken
I don't
moment.
share all
Yeah,
the
he's
things my
definitely
ancestors.
channeling his inner.
There it is.
He is Knuff.
Cozy little shack. I wish it was on 42nd Street and Broadway.
42nd and Broadway? What kind of a crack is that?
Well, if it was on 42nd and Broadway, we'd be standing in front of the automat. And boy, could I use a good cup of coffee right now.
Come on,
Oh, the automat. That's a fucking throwback. Dude.
Yeah, man. I don't.
They were ahead of the curve on the whole.
I didn't really
touchless
know about
delivery
that
thing.
until I saw like a whole ad for a documentary about the automat. I was like, whoa, that's
This looks
crazy.
like Sing Sing. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, that would have fucking slapped during COVID.
Wish I was back in Brooklyn playing the Loewy's
The automat. No one. You don't have to interact with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Chula.
Morning.
Tell Dr. Zigbo I am here, and I bring 2 white visitors.
I tell Mister.
Make sure to tell him they're white.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Close the door.
Yeah, that's great. Great. You need to have the drum riff ready to go fresh, because they're just setting them up and knocking them down.
When does she has to be announced?
Oh,
She has 2 men
they're
waiting.
not worth it. They're not worth the rim shot.
No, they're not.
I not know, Master.
Come on, Doogie, let's go. The doctor's probably busy, and besides...
Yeah, what
I
an
forgot
entrance
something
they gave Lugosi.
I forgot to stay here. I'm getting out of here.
Relax, Cuckoo. You want to get off this island, don't you?
Sure, I want to get off the island.
Well, the doctor's going to help us get off, isn't he?
Yes.
Whoa.
Dr. Zabel's a very brilliant man.
Whoa.
Brilliant man, huh?
That kind of
Anybody who
doctor.
live in a creep joint like this must be a moronic
You're
idiot.
gonna go see the urologist.
I'm Dr. Zaber.
He
Welcome
wears that
to
same
my
costume
creep
like
joint.
a dozen movies.
It Bride of the Monster, definitely.
Oh, gosh,
Colonel
I'm sorry,
Colonel
Mr.
Sanders
I need to
outfit.
creep joint, a creep joint.
I think nothing of it.
Doctor, I would like you to meet my
My
friends.
mix of herbs and
Doc.
spices.
I'm Duke Mitchell. It's my partner, Sammy Petrillo. We were on our way to do a thing. Don't I know you from someplace?
I don't think so.
He just saw Dracula. And he's
Yeah,
like,
that's
man, I think I know this guy.
Hey, Doogie, come here. I think I know where you know this guy from.
Where?
Ain't this the fellow that goes around with the hands in the faces, biting people on the neck and wearing capes?
Oh, look
What?
at that. He said it.
Watch out for
Wow,
bats!
I called it.
Wait a minute, I'll prove it to you, watch. Dr. Zaber,
Yes?
would you do me a favor?
What is it?
Make a face.
What?
Thanks. See? What did I tell you? Now go over and apologize.
I ain't gonna do it.
Come on, you embarrassed me. Go over and apologize.
You should be
Come
embarrassed
on.
by that shirt, man.
Dr. Zaber,
Yes?
what do you go around scaring little children for?
What are you doing? What's the matter with you? Don't mind him, Doc.
This is so
He pictures the guy that
unnecessary.
goes
Yeah,
around
this
biting little
whole
kids
weird
on the-
meta
you know what I mean?
bit.
I like it. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad.
It's him.
In its time, it was probably pretty funny.
Doctor, my friends fell out of a plane and landed on the island. They would like to get back to civilization. I told them you could help them.
That's possible.
Thank you, Doctor.
It
Oh,
may
you
take
volunteered
several
me
days
to
to
help
make
them.
arrangements.
Wow, thanks.
Meantime, please, accept
I'm
my
not busy or
hospitality.
anything.
Allow me to furnish you with suitable clothes.
Gee, thanks, Doc. With no capes, huh?
Oh, Chula!
Yes, Master.
Take this man to my room.
Yes, Master.
Pick out anything you want from my wardrobe. When you have changed,
Wow.
I
Chula
wanna be
will
rich
bring you to
enough.
the study. Follow Chula. Come.
I want to be rich enough that I have security that walks around with just a
A
knife on
most
his belt and no
interesting
shirt.
thing. Strange.
And a closet big enough that you're just giving clothes
Really,
away.
Phil? Oh, what a charming compliment.
Yeah, go give them some clothes.
Then treat yourself to a cheeseburger, Randy.
It was very thoughtful for you to bring this man here. I'm sure I can help them.
I was hoping you would.
I would do anything for you in my power.
Please, Dr. Zabor. I'll be in the laboratory, Doctor.
And that is gonna take us to our first break.
First break already.
First break already. So yeah, that was the first third of Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. What do we think so far, boys?
It's taken a little while to get our man get Lugosi on the screen. They've spent a lot of time
Watching them do their shtick.
just sticking it up.
It feels like one of those movies where they put Lugosi in the title, so then they had to put him in the movie.
You know, it's funny because I couldn't really find a definitive answer on, like, did the movie originate with Mitchell and Petrillo, or did it originate as like a Lugosi vehicle that they were like, but I believe it started with Mitchell and Petrillo, and then they were like, oh, let's get Lugosi. And then, like, as they were either getting ready to make it or they had started making it, they were like, well, we'd be foolish not to play this up, because basically the guy that produced, like, his company produced this, Jack Broder Productions. Jack Broder was the co-owner of Relart, which was re-releasing all of Universal's monster movies theatrically at that time. So like he was making a bunch of money and knew the power that Lugosi's name had, like even as, you know, even at that time, like they were re-releasing those movies and they were super popular in the theaters. And this was just before they got popular on TV. So Broder knew the power of the name, and the people around him knew, okay, well, we'd be foolish not to capitalize on the fact that we've got Bela Lugosi, because he's like the kids, mostly, that was what they were looking at. The kids love Lugosi. And that was the thing. Like Broder, his like assistant basically said, oh, like you got to put Lugosi's name in the title. But it was eventually Broder's 10-year-old son who came up with the whole title itself.
Okay.
Again, he was like, apparently his son was like his trusted advisor. Like he ran every idea by his son and like figured out if it was good or not. And that was where the title came from, was from his son. And what was his son's name was I had it down here, but I can't find it. Anyway, yeah, it was kind of like, I mean, again, they had put Karloff's name in a title just a few years before, so it wasn't like a weird thing, but it was a little, strange.
So with this like revival of these, old monsters, so Bela Lugosi, he got a lot of money off of that, right?
No. No, he didn't. None at all. Absolutely none at all. He really didn't make any kind of deals that protected his image or his likeness in any way. And so all the money that there weren't royalties for any of that, or for them selling merchandise that was more or less using the Lugosi image.
Yeah, if Lugosi had a nickel for every like fictional vampire that just pretty much looked like him,
they would be billionaires. And that was kind of the thing, is he just like this movie, it was probably like one of the first signs that it was going in that direction. But I mean, he only lived like 3 or 4 more years after this. And so it was his son who, like, a few years down the road realized, oh, like, they're making all this money off my father's likeness, and like they haven't asked me. They haven't like checked.
No
with
one's asked me if I want any money.
Yeah, basically. And he became a lawyer, and like basically is responsible for whatever law in California protects like celebrity image rights, like after they die and stuff like that. I think he lost his lawsuit against Universal for that. But I mean, he definitely fought to like protect his father's image. But I don't think Lugosi really knew or understood, like, oh shit. But I mean, because again, this was a really low budget outfit. Like this movie was made for $12,000, shot in 6 days, like your classic Poverty Row schedule and budget, basically. And with Baldwin as the director, I mean, it's very I mean, Lugosi, I'm sure knew it was he worked 4 of the 6 days. So he didn't work the whole time, but he was 4 days of work. And I mean, he's not making any money off this. Mm-hmm. Like he maybe got like, I don't even want to say $1,000, like not even that. But I mean, he was busy. He was keeping busy. I think that's the way.
It was work.
It was work. You hear the stories about around this time of his later career. People like, oh, isn't he dead? Like, but I'm getting off track. We'll talk about Lugosi later, because we're getting ready to go into our break, and what I've got is some trailers for some later Petrillo Mitchell films. Solo. This was their first and only film together. They broke up as a comedy team shortly after this film was released. I mean, they had only been a team for like a year before this movie started. Like, it wasn't, their time as a team was very short. And I think their breakup was pretty amicable. It wasn't like a whole big controversy, but I mean, they were nightclub comedians who just kind of worked because they were an imitation of another duo. But when that duo split up, it's kind of...
So then you have to split up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they probably split up before Martin and Lewis split up, but Martin and Lewis, I don't think lasted too much longer after this. And so they kind of went their separate ways, and Petrillo, he became like, a stand-up comedian and apparently mentored other stand-up comedian. Apparently he mentored Richard Pryor. I don't know if that's true, but he's apparently mentored comedians. He didn't really act in too many other movies. He's a very, 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 very bit part in a film which we watched on this show, The Brain That Wouldn't Die. He plays a photographer who that's the first trailer that we'll see at this break, and they show the scene that he's in, and if you're paying attention, you might be able to see him. He's like a photographer who's like on the floor, like taking a picture. There's all these other photographers around him, so you kind of have to hunt for him, but he does pop up in this trailer. It's not much of a role. He apparently did some other things, but nothing that really got any kind of widespread attention or mainstream release. So, but he ended up, running a comedy club later in his life, all that good stuff. Duke Mitchell kind of had an interesting career. He went on to be known as the King of Palm Springs, and he was really big in the Palm Springs nightlife, like nightclub community. He ran his own nightclub and performed and stayed in the nightclub business, and then ended up writing, producing, directing, and starring in his own movies in the 70s, which were, he was Italian American, so these were gangster movies. So we got the second trailers for one of those. It's called Massacre Mafia Style, and I think AKA The Executioner, and it's just a very bloody kind of Godfather-esque type of mid-70s exploitation gangster movie. And he did one other one that ended up not getting released in his lifetime. Like, he'd finished a work print and then, I don't know, wasn't able to finish it, and then he passed away. And then this company finished it and released it, and that was called Gone with the Pope. And I was gonna show that trailer, but it's a little bit newer, and it just would have made the break too long. So, but Gone with the Pope is an amazing title. I absolutely love that. But it's of the same like gangster exploitation action vein. So we're gonna see these trailers for these Solo, Petrillo, and Mitchell films, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. So stick around, we'll be right back.
You've lost the urge to experiment.
Every time you touch me, I go out of my mind. Let me die. Let me die.
Her brain kept alive by experimental science, by a man whose abnormal passions inspired him to try the impossible.
I brought her back. She'll live, and I'll get her another body.
Yes, what of her soul? How can you make of her an experiment of horror?
His mad ambitions and desires threaten every woman possessing an attractive body. Girls whose measurements make them beauty contest participants. Professional figure models such as this. All are prey to his distorted desires.
What's locked behind that door?
Horror. No normal mind can imagine. Something even more terrible than you.
Horror has its ultimate, and I'm that.
Behind that door is the sum total of Dr. Corton's mistakes.
He intends to kill somebody. To rob them of their body. We've got to stop him.
Round and around while we're dancing, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. Each time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Round and around while we're dancing, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. Each time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Round and round while we dance, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. Each time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Round and around while we're dancing, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. One time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Each time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Round and round while we're dancing, my heart makes us glad that we're living today. One time I feel like romancing, my heart always goes tick-a-tee, tick-a-tee. Tick-a-tee, 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 tick-a-tee.
Yeah, that was fucking intense. The trailers for The Brain That Wouldn't Die and Massacre Mafia Style. Yeah, you can probably find that on Tubi, I believe. I believe Massacre Mafia Style and Gone with the Pope are both on Tubi. So for what it's worth, you want to check them out. I mean, it looks fun. And Fresh brought it up, and I saw a review that compared it to Pulp Fiction. And I mean, obviously a prototype, if anything, barely, but it's just your classic exploitation crime movie from the 70s, which was like a really popular genre in Italy, but United States kind of hit or miss. But obviously Duke Mitchell was really into it and having fun. So good for him. He's, you gotta love an enterprising filmmaker just going out there and, telling their stories, even if it's about violent, bloody murder. So
indiscriminate murder.
Yeah, that's what that's all the trailer gave you, was just indiscriminate murder, basically. He would have murdered that kid. Okay, I can do that, Fresh. I'll make sure next break I'll get it. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah,
good.
Don't worry. I got you.
We need it.
Okay, perfect. Amazing. But this, again, like I can't understate like the idea of these guys being an imitation, like how much that was like part of their act, but also like a lot of people noticed it and it became a problem to the point where So like apparently Jerry Lewis said he discovered Sammy Petrillo, and they appeared together on the Colgate Comedy Hour. So
how about that?
So how about that? So you know, he may have been kind of right about that, but basically, once Jerry Lewis realized that Sammy Petrillo teamed up with this other Italian-American crooner and was doing a similar shtick, he was, you know, obviously, oh, they stole my act. And when he heard they were making this movie, he was really pissed. So he stormed into Jack Roeder's office.
Wow.
And they got into a screaming match, and they were screaming obscenities at each other. And, like, you know, he was just really fucking pissed. And so eventually the guy that was producing Jerry Lewis's movies with Dean Martin for Paramount, Hal Wallace, got involved. He went to Jack Roeder and was like, we'll sue you, we'll take you to court, all that. And apparently it did go to court, but it almost went to court, but it got dismissed. Because, you know, essentially it's different, you know, they're not calling themselves, you know, it just wasn't a valid case.
Technically different.
Technically enough that it wasn't a valid case in the eyes of the law. And so, but Hal Wallace was going to make a deal to buy the movie, and he was just going to destroy the print. But they couldn't agree on a price, him and Jack Roeder. So they just released it, and that's how we got it. Although another story I read said that Jerry Lewis saw it and was like, yeah, go ahead and release this. Good luck. Good luck. So this movie did cause some controversy. I mean, for just the fact that these are kind of imitation comedians. One of the real comedians was really pissed off, and so was the producer, because I guess they thought it was a good idea. I mean, I guess that they really were like, oh shit, why didn't we think of getting Bela Lugosi and teaming them up and doing a horror movie? Like, why haven't we thought of this yet? And that's why the trailer we saw in our pre-roll for a movie they did called Scared Stiff came after this. So, you know, I'm sure this at least inspired them to make their own horror comedy. But they got Lugosi first. So kudos to Petrillo and Mitchell for that. And we'll see. You know, again, like Evan said, we didn't get a lot of Lugosi action in the first third, but hopefully in the middle here, he'll take center stage. So we'll see. Anything before we get into the exciting middle, boys?
What is he, some kind of vampire or something?
I really can't believe they did that.
Yeah,
that's so funny to me.
It's like it is meta, but in a way that just doesn't seem very clever. Like even for this movie, you know, like.
Well, I mean, the title's called Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla, not some character meets a Brooklyn Gorilla.
He's playing himself, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's kind of how the Abbott Costello Meet the Killer Boris Karloff movie seems to function. I mean, and I think that those
Lugosi just actually has a castle on an island. That's where he lives with all the money he got from.
Yeah, this was a documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, again, there were other movies I think before this to kind of play on his image in a meta way. You know, some other comedies, we'll get into that later. You know, again, Lugosi, I think he is about to take a little bit more of the spotlight here.
So pop off.
I'm excited. So Fresh, if you have it queued up.
I do.
We're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting middle of Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla right now. He definitely looks
healthy. Can't do science.
Well, she's doing it. Look at her using that mortar and pestle.
You know I love you. I want you.
Whoa.
Now what is wrong?
He does look a lot healthier.
Why do you not accept my love?
Doesn't he?
Please, Doctor, must we go over that again?
Yes.
We
With all the
must.
herbs and spices.
You shall love me.
$11 herbs and spices.
Certainly nice of you to fix us up like this, Doc.
Yeah, I always wanted a Palm Beach suit. Thanks.
Very happy to do it.
Quite a
I
drugstore
want
you
to
got
see
here, Doc.
Lugosi in that
I'll
shirt
find
that,
a Palm Beach shirt.
that Duke Mitchell's wearing.
Yeah.
No kidding. Hey, Duke, look.
It would be really funny if he came
Looks
out
like
and
the
it was
monkey
like
house in the
tied
front too, doesn't
like
it?
yeah, the other shirt.
Only smaller, of course.
They are my guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs? They look like monkeys to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and give that a yikes. All of it. I just don't like it.
They are monkeys. Silly boy. They are so monkeys.
Certainly they are monkeys. But they are also guinea pigs, for the reason that I use them in my experiments. Do you understand? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
What's this?
Streptococcus.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother.
Don't mind my friend. He has a one-syllable brain.
I can see that.
What kind of experiments are you making, Doctor?
Oh, my.
What kind of
performing a
experiments are
series
you
of experiments in evolution.
making?
Doesn't everybody have a one-syllable
Scientists
brain?
have proven that all living things originated in a process of evolution.
Brain.
They also know
Yeah.
that there is a growth
I've got a
force
brain.
that tends to
It's,
make genetic
I'm really
changes
smart.
physiologically and morphologically. Chimpanzees and gorillas are the highest members of
I
the
should have
ape
done
family.
more research on these screenwriters. Right, Stanzor?
Darwin, in his provisional
Seriously.
hypothesis of pangenesis,
Only
assumes
18 years
every
old
living
here.
cell contains a gemule, which is a hypothetical granular.
In real
I
life,
have found
Sammy
the chemical
Petrello is
formula
only
that
18
simulates the
here.
growth force.
So that's, you know.
But nature takes years.
As much crap as I've been
I can,
giving
in a
him,
matter of
you know.
hours, make a complete
Good to be working
embryonic
that hard when you're
metamorphosis,
18 years old.
both
Dude,
physiological
even if you're
and
impersonating
morphological.
somebody else, basically.
Do you understand? Well,
I mean, he's
sure.
alongside
What?
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
I mean,
You mean you understood him?
Uh-huh.
What
You
did he
made
say?
it that far.
What did he say? Well, he was just trying to tell you that
Yeah.
due to the great lines of
He's
this
doing
region,
good.
which have been perplexed by the fact of where the last type of dog had its first origin, you cannot confuse tyrannical and spasmodic conditions when it is inevitable
Shut
that he
up.
is a satellite of inconvenience.
Shut
No
up!
embryonic physicomorphosis, understand this? Memphis, period.
Master, Pepe Bordeaux here to see you.
Pepe Bordeaux. That's a great name. Love it.
And in conclusion, I like to add that if you
Pepe.
took the embryonic
it's
metamorphosis...
just, it's
the
gonna
only
be a
shot-
frog.
Right?
I'll
What's
say
he
for-
so mad about?
Oh, Ramona
Seriously.
isn't mad. She just wants to play. Come, I'll show you.
He might have been 17 here. Yeah, this is definitely.
Well, Ramona, do you like
I mean, they
our
do
play?
have
You wanna come
monkeys in
out?
cages.
Oh,
So,
don't let her out.
Yeah, they're not worried about anybody's
Oh,
welfare.
Ramona's a pet. She's
yeah, they
very
don't care about
tender.
ethics.
$12,000, 6 days. Who's got time for ethics?
Watch. Open the door. Open the door, Ramona. That's a good girl.
Oh yeah, I saw this part.
Come on.
Saw this part in Nope.
Good girl. I want you
Yeah,
to meet my
I
friend.
know what's about to happen
Shake
now.
hands with Dookie. Shake hands.
That's so
Good girl.
scary,
And
dude.
now I think I want you to kiss Sammy.
No, no, get her out of here.
What do we think
don't
about a
wanna know.
person
I don't
whose
wanna
name is
know that.
Duke
Yeah,
having the nickname
Aw, she won't
Dookie?
hurt you, Sammy.
Because I just don't. It's just hard for me to like get past it. You know,
Sort of like
Dookie.
her agent, huh?
Yeah.
Get it? I get adding an
Yeah.
IE at the end of somebody's name as a term of endearment, right?
For some
But
acid for his batteries now.
Dookie
Dookie.
is just a little too hard to get away from Dookie.
Yeah, Shitty. Hey,
It's-
Shitty, get over here.
Thank you. This is Pepe Bordeaux. Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Pepe.
Hiya, Pepe.
How are you, Mr. Bordeaux?
Pepe is representing the law on the
Here,
island.
John.
Oh, a cop, huh?
You call them a cop. My friends are from America.
How did you get here? There has been no boat for months.
Oh, we just dropped in.
They parachuted from a plane.
Oh,
Pepe has the only
Wow.
means of outside communication on the island, a small wireless outfit.
Gee, maybe you can get us off this island. Wireless some passing ship or something.
Yeah, you know, Morse code.
What does that mean?
Oh my God, that joke has been done so much better by so many other comedians at that time.
But some ship may pick her up. I shall try.
Three Stooges do that joke better than anybody, because then they just smack each other after somebody says that, because it is dumb.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
So you know when you beat the shit out of somebody for saying something dumb like that.
What's like the third time they've used that same basic joke in this movie?
It's just a gag. Like any comedian could do it, but they're gonna run it into the ground because it's all they have.
Gee, Nona, why don't you tell us there was a wireless outfit on this island?
I just didn't think, I guess.
Well, if the ship stops here, we can
Wireless
go around to
outfit,
Guam.
is that like a strapless bra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gee, honey, what's the matter?
It doesn't poke you.
Come on, baby, don't feel that way.
So Fresh,
Come
I
on,
didn't
baby.
look at
Smile.
where the second break was today, so I will need your help with that.
It's getting awful sticky around here.
Oh, that sucks. I'm not telling you where it's at.
Gotcha, bitch. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
I broke out.
He's just standing there, bouncing his eyebrows up and down, and his buddy making out with his What are we doing?
I didn't even register that, the absurdity of that.
Cute, you know?
What are you doing?
I'm not locked in here with you.
Oh my god.
You're locked in here with me.
Time to rip some faces. You seem like you have a nice rubbery face. It would be due for a good ripping.
Something? I don't like the way that Dr. Zabel looked at you a couple of times tonight.
And do you know
I feel like
something?
we're forgetting
I don't
something.
think Dr. Zabel liked the way you looked at me a couple of times tonight either.
Well, it's just too bad. I don't know if I like the idea of living here or not.
Why not?
Well, it's too far from the village. And you?
But I'm there every day.
Yeah, but you're always busy.
You can always take me home at night.
Well, I guess that'll have
Wink.
to do until I can think of something better.
I shall have my father invite all of you to dinner some night soon. Would you like that?
I can hardly wait. Anything else, Master?
No. Go to
Anything
bed.
else, Mr. Leahy?
Good night, Master.
Night.
Go on, Randy.
It does.
Fine thing. He knows I'm afraid to be left alone.
Oh my god.
Well, I wouldn't think
Too
of letting you go home
uncanny.
alone. I'll see you home. Well, thank you very much, but wouldn't Sammy like to come along? Oh, no, Sammy wouldn't like to come along. Sammy's tired. Sammy's tired. Sammy's tired. How does he know if I'm tired? Come to think of it, I am a little tired.
How'd he get out of the cage? I guess when
doesn't matter.
Duke finally... Oh, he was screaming Dookie. I forgot. How could I forget any time I hear Dookie?
Why do they keep leaving the key in the lock?
Oh, Lugosi looks so good there.
Yeah.
Scary.
Brooding.
About to get his face ripped off.
He's terrified. That's what it is. He's probably really
He's like,
drinking.
"Get-"
You think he's
like,
really
"Get the
drinking
shot,
there?
hurry up."
He's probably really drinking there, right?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Come on, Randy. I am the liquor.
I don't like that. I don't like the use of shadows here. Look at that thing. It's just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, except there you can't arrest it. It can just kill anything it wants.
Yeah,
Its arms are just as big as ours, if not stronger, but its body is so little.
It's above the law.
It's got the body of a 3-year-old and the arms of a 40-year-old who is a professional arm wrestler. Pretty
And the
terrible.
fucks of nobody, because it gives no fucks. No accountability at all. It could kill anyone it wants.
Lie still or you go to sleep.
See, you could never film something like this today. Oh my god!
Cut it out or you go to sleep.
It's so terrifying. Just, I mean, you know he's not going to get his face ripped off here, but... This is real. Nowadays, you wouldn't do it like this.
Doesn't Donald Trump walk in the middle of this scene?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Mona, how did you get up here?
Come on, you gotta go back to your cage.
Very
Come on now, Mona,
photogenic.
let's go.
Yeah, good actor, this film.
Ah, baby, come on.
Oh. So scary.
What are you doing with Ramon?
He's just fucking hammered over here. What are you doing walking around my house?
Sleeping in my own bed, and very peacefully, mind you. Next thing I know, this is staring me right in the kisser. The whole thing's very ambiguous.
Where do you think you're going?
Leaning back in that
Like
chair.
Take her back in her cage.
Alrighty.
You can't tell me he wasn't pouring himself
All right,
shots.
Now it's time to go Betty Boy.
What are you doing?
What are you
around
doing?
the house?
Oh, no, you know. You're not gonna let me.
Get back in the bed.
All right. Well, we'll have none of that tonight.
None of that. Aww.
Now what do you want? Oh, you want I should sit down and rock you to sleep, huh?
He's like,
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to peel your face off of your head.
Oh my god.
Come on, Ramona. Oh,
Oh, look at it baring its teeth, man. Oh.
rock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop. When the wind blows, cut that out now, Ramona. You gotta go to bed. The cradle will rock.
Yeah. It's like I know nothing's gonna happen, but it is so tense to watch.
Real horror movie.
It's like he's like, cut it out.
Imagine the noises he would make if it ripped his face off.
Why, yeah?
Dookie! Dookie!
Thank you.
I'm gonna jam this key into his eye socket and I'm gonna get out of here.
There we go.
This is kind of impressive.
This chimp is too smart.
Oh, he doesn't even want to get out.
Oh, he likes it in there.
Just staring at his face.
Boy, what a light. What a moon. Could reach right up and touch it. Well, good night.
Did this guy get lucky or
What are you doing?
No, still in the laboratory.
In the laboratory? What's he doing in there?
Putting Ramona to bed.
Babysitting with a chimp? This I gotta see.
He does not look good. Lugosi looks kind of
hammered.
checked out there, like during all that.
Yeah.
No. Now I've seen everything. Good night, Cuckoo.
Wow.
Gonna leave him in there. Well, I just want to wake him
Hey, here we go.
Chief Rock is honored to have great doctor visit his humble abode. And how goes scientific work? Good, I hope.
Huh? Oh, yes. Fine, fine. Everything is progressing
Oh,
satisfactorily.
scientific work? Oh, man, I'm
That
hammered.
is good.
This is great.
What are they
Try this.
eating?
Bananas.
Hey, I like that.
Looks almost like plantains or something.
Coconut?
Is it?
That's a banana. They're all eating different stuff.
With the mask.
Hey, Duke, get a load of that, will ya?
Nutcracker.
Does he sleep with
Get a
that
load
thing
of
on?
that.
You eat.
Look, I told you 40 times, get out of here, know how to feed myself.
You gotta eat to grow fat.
Will you get out of Get out of here, I know how to eat my own food. Duke, will you make us stop already?
Fight your way out of it, kid. She outweighs me.
Yeah, dude.
Great reaction shot, Bella.
He just cut to Bella and he's just sitting.
Just raising his eyebrow. Huh.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. He said, yes, I do want to do what you just said. Guys, we're gonna be right back. Well, you know what? Coincidentally, I'm also going into the same hut for a different reason. But,
Wow.
Wait.
How
just
slick.
like, you know, it's those friends at the party who get to like sneak away to go like, you know,
Yeah, you're not.
But in
You're
this
not
case-
fooling anybody.
Everybody
There's
knows
a
what
big
you're going
gap
to
in the
do.
fucking- they can see them.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna go out that door. I'm gonna go out this door, and then we're gonna meet over here,
God.
right? Oh, it's a very good idea. Oh, by the way, here's the bull. You get 2 cents back on it. Hey.
Oh yeah, here she goes. Get him. Oh my god.
All right, now which of the remaining 3 are gonna sneak away to fuck each other now?
Sammy!
I want to see Bela Lugosi and the bird guy.
Yep.
What are you laughing about?
I was just thinking, I had to fall out of a plane to meet you. Baby, when we get back to the States, we're gonna have a big wedding with all the trimmings.
But darling, my father will probably wish me to be married here
All the
with the full
trimmings.
tribal ceremony.
Okay,
Yeah, that
okay. we'll get
trimmings
married in a
doesn't
car
sound
park
like
by a
anything
motorman,
fancy, you
if
know?
want. Just so
A
cheap.
wedding with all the trimmings. Have
What
some
is this?
coleslaw.
Thanksgiving?
This belonged to my great
And some
grandmother.
stuffing.
In your country, it is the custom for the man to give his sweetheart an engagement ring. Here, this is the custom.
What does this thing weigh? 10 pounds? Uh-oh.
There used to be a big clock.
This is our custom. Flavor Flav.
The Flavor Flav Island.
Oh, guess what? It's song time.
Oh boy.
Where'd you learn that tune?
College.
No kidding.
That's right.
Well, it's one of the tunes in our act.
Really?
That's right. I hate that. No kidding. That's right.
Only part of the game you play. Your smile only added life to your masquerade.
See, when they have the musical parts in the Abbott and Costello movies, I just fast forward through it usually. That's my go-to move. I'm not a big fan of the musical numbers.
Don't want to listen to some crooning.
Yeah, well, crooning's a little better than big band swing that you get in the Abbott and Costello movies.
Yeah, this just makes me feel like I'm in the bathroom at the Olive Garden.
Well, this is no That's Amore by Dean Martin, but they definitely couldn't afford the rights to that. I mean, you don't hear him singing about a big pizza pie. Pasta fazool.
But when I awake tomorrow, will you be gone? Am I waiting?
Doesn't look that into it. Is he done yet?
Yeah, that was the look on it.
Please don't hurt me or ever desert me.
He just needs a cigar in the hat. The good thing is, I think there's only the 2 songs, so I think the storms have passed, guys. I think we're in the clear.
To your health, my good doctor.
To yours. Mighty Chief Ruckus, I thank you for your hospitality, but it grows late.
Chief Ruckus?
And I have much to do tomorrow. Good night.
My pleasure.
Love
you
it.
can.
It goes late. But he's not an uncle.
Oh, that's scared to death. Oh, it's a callback.
Oh, he does have a cape.
Many kisses. She talked marriage. She
I want to see Angelo Rosito right now.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Nice atmospheric shot.
Yeah,
Black.
I'm moody.
Slap that pin down.
The
What do I
shadows
see?
of these test tubes.
That's how you do it, right? You just dump one test tube into the other one and then
Kind of swizzle it a
wiggle
little.
it back and forth.
Right.
He spooled a little. I saw a little bit fly out.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, open it.
I want to know the last time this lab was audited by a third party.
Pick her up.
Oh man, I don't like this.
All right.
That's pretty gorilla.
The monkey's
down.
scary enough, man.
Uh-oh.
Blink.
She will be big like gorilla. No?
No, I think not.
I think not.
Think not.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Master.
What a
she
downgrade!
is like a little
What
monkey.
a downgrade!
What is wrong?
Nothing is wrong, Chula. Nothing.
Now I can change a man into a gorilla.
It just sends them one step down the evolutionary ladder. Is that
This is how evolution works.
Please.
It's like Pokemon evolutions. You take away a level and you turn it back into a Charmeleon.
I love that.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry I'm
Look
late.
at him in that
Perfect,
summer
all right,
suit.
my dear. I slept late myself this morning. I have a surprise for you.
He's definitely more healthy
I
here.
have a surprise for you.
Look how much walking around he's doing. Standing up straight.
Yeah, he's very. Yeah.
He
He
fills
must
out
have
his
just
suit.
shot up.
Yeah,
Feeling it in his
he's-
spine.
Yeah, he's got a pep in his
Strong. It worked.
He definitely
There's one
wasn't
strong
doing
enough
it when
to
he
pull.
was
He's got
sitting in
an
that
IV on
chair.
his, suit.
What did you say, Doctor?
It wasn't
Probably.
strong enough. I thought I... Nothing, my
Never
dear.
mind. He does still have that Colonel Sanders tie.
Never mind.
Ramona?
I'm gonna do it to
Come
your
shake
boyfriend
hands.
later. Never mind.
How are you today? Oh,
Sounds like somebody read the plot description on
When are we gonna get
Wikipedia.
out of here, Duke?
How should I know?
Yeah, fat like you care. You're happy here. You got Nona. After all, where you gonna find a Nona in the Bronx?
You know you got something there, chum?
Me? The two-legged blimps got me crazy. I nearly froze to death last night in those trees trying to get away from her.
Oh, he's got the
Maybe
cigar.
trying to do a Tarzan.
Is it a cigar or is it a
I got
cigarette?
the bill for it.
Well,
Oh,
I'll go look up
cigarette.
this guy Pepe. See if he's contacted
Too good
any
to be
ship.
I think
true.
it's a cigarette.
You want to come
Yeah.
along?
And run into salami? No thanks.
All right. Oh. Try to keep out of Ramona's cage, will you?
Very funny. Very funny. Ha 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 ha.
Holy shit, bro! This isn't your house.
Yeah, what the hell?
Do you think
What
I
a
am
terrible
an idiot or
cast.
something?
Meanwhile, Duke's just floating
So
on
much
a cloud
violence
over
for
here.
like a regular joke.
Yeah, they're not a very violent comedy team.
Well, I'm on my way
I
to
mean,
see
Ivan
Pepe. We gotta
Costello,
get back to the States.
Three
I'll go with
Stooges, they are
Alright.
very physically violent, but Mitchell and Petrilla don't really hit each other. I don't think Martin and Lewis hit each other, so that's why they
Very
weren't
well.
as good.
Yeah.
you'll never find Pepe's
Dean
place
Martin
by
should have just
yourself.
been constantly smacking.
Go to my
Jerry
father.
Lewis.
He'll get you a guide.
And Jerry definitely
I'll
would
see
have
you later.
deserved it, but I don't think that was their dynamic. Jerry's just a loud baby man, and Dean's just a crooning Italian American. Is it here, Fresh? Is it coming up?
Yeah, right here.
There?
Sorry, there's a delay in the film,
Okay,
but yeah, that is the
well,
opposite.
okay. Well, so if you can, I think you have the ability to go back and look and see. They just drug him into the bush when I went to the break. So
Okay.
around there. Do you want me to restart my Discord?
Okay, I got you. I'm there.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you don't mind.
yeah, I don't mind. So that was the exciting middle of Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla. What did we think, boys?
Well, Lugosi's plan is coming to fruition. Kinda.
It's not going great. He's had a setback.
Yeah, but he's doing more. I like that they're giving him more screen time.
Yeah, I mean, he's been pretty prevalent throughout the entire middle of the film. I mean, he's front and center basically. I think. I'm gonna work on it fresh. I think there's still a delay. But yeah, I mean,
we're back. You're back. I'm back.
Are we still delayed? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Sounds like
I don't think so.
Maybe okay. Well, we'll
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are.
Okay. Well, I'll do it again. But yeah, I mean, Lugosi is doing his mad scientist thing, and evolution. Yeah, this is definitely how evolution works.
Yeah, that's the tree or the branch of apes or whatever you would want to call it.
Primates.
Monkeys. Yeah, primates. Sure.
Primates.
The tree of primates.
There we go. That's the word. I couldn't think of that word all day. This is the first time I've been looking for. It's like, what's the umbrella word that encompasses all of the gorilla, monkey, all of them? It's like ape doesn't quite fit either. Primate.
I guess it's less of a tree and more of a ladder because it's like monkey, chimp, gorilla, human.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's how the church says it works.
Right.
That's how the church says science says it works.
Okay.
Bela Lugosi told me I came from a monkey.
What is this blasphemy? Yeah, no. I like his science. I like his version of science, Give me some test tubes and hot assistant that I'm trying to
what we're
hypnotize.
missing?
What are we missing?
We're missing the electronics in the lab. We need more of that.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, it's a different. I don't hate the lab set. I think it's actually pretty nice. Pretty filled out for the most part. The cages kind of help the vibe. We've seen a lot of mad scientist laboratories over the seasons.
Fresh, you weren't here for Bride of the Monster, but Evan, compare this lab set. Think about the Bride of the Monster lab set where it was literally stones painted on plywood. It wasn't even like a stone set. It was stones painted on plywood. But they had the electronic gadgets.
Yeah,
that is the weird thing. They had a terrible. It is a worse set in that movie, to be sure, but they have the gadgets.
They got the machines.
No, I don't know if Ed Wood.
Oh, I see. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
The fucking stone wall is just flat.
It's just in the movie Ed Wood does it the same way. And in the movie Ed Wood, they explain that Lugosi is afraid to be near the machines because apparently he got burned being near one. So I don't know if that was a real thing. I don't know if they just made that up for the movie. But if it was real, maybe that would explain them not having machines here. Or
It's in his contract. I'm not going to be.
Yeah, no machines.
Not going to be on set with one of these crazy machines.
Or it was just too cheap of a production to afford the machines, which I think is very possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
probable even.
It's a good lab, all things considered, but I think Fresh also makes a decent point that some machines would definitely spice it up right now.
A little more visually interesting.
Yeah, well, we'll take what we can get. I mean, yeah, just injecting people. I mean, I guess that's what Lugosi
we need
was.
more Tesla coils.
More
every
Tesla.
time.
That's the thing in Ed Wood. He doesn't want to be near a Tesla coil. He's like, I got burned on this one of these damn things, and and that movie is great. Apparently, Martin Landau, who won an Oscar for playing Bela Lugosi in that movie, said that he watched Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla 3 times in preparation for this movie. He said his quote on this movie was, I'm having a terrible time finding it. He said it's so bad that it made Ed Wood's films look like Gone with the Wind. So that's a pretty
do you agree with that? Do you think this is worse than Ed Wood?
I think Ed Wood's films have more of a charm to them, in just the weird way that Ed Wood's writing creates a weird world populated with weird characters that have weird ideas, and it's just a weird movie, versus this, which is very much just an imitation of things that were popular around the time. And it's just really trying very hard.
Yeah, it's like watching a movie that was made by an alien versus watching a movie that was made by an AI.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, I think that's a perfect comparison. I think that you could definitely compare Ed Wood's sensibilities to that of an alien, and certainly this rings hollow like AI. And I mean, that's not to say that. I mean, I think we would both agree that Lugosi's been pretty good here so far.
Oh, yeah. Lugosi is the highlight of this film so far.
And the thing is, Lugosi was looking to do more comedy at this time. Like he had done comedy kind of at certain places during his career. He got to, in the 40s, act in some Poverty Row horror comedies with a comedy team. I say team, but it's multiple people, a comedy group at that time called the East Side Kids, who were originally they were like, at one point they were the Gas House. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know, they were the East Side Kids,
Get Low.
the Dead End Kids. Wait, no. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that.
So what capacity?
You haven't heard about their Get Low?
No. Do I need to get low?
Oh. Well, that's their one of their most popular songs, the East Side Boys.
Oh no. The common mistake, East Side Boys, East Side Kids. Yes, no. East Side Kids is a little.
I see. Boys versus
This
Kids.
is a group of
every time
Depression era ruffians who are going around getting into shenanigans and causing mischief and trouble. And Lugosi met the East Side Kids a couple of times, and we're gonna have a trailer for one of those movies at the break. I believe it's Ghosts on the Loose, which was the second one he did. Before that, I think he did. Spooks Run Wild. That was the first one he did with them, and then he did Ghosts on the Loose. And he did a few other horror comedies like in the early 40s. Like, there's a movie called Zombies on Broadway, which is like focused on a comedy team, but then Lugosi's like a voodoo master. It's that whole thing. But
in
it's
these comedies, like he's still just playing like himself, though, right?
yeah, it's
like,
a
he's not, like,
pistache on
funny,
his image, right? Yeah.
He's not the one making the jokes.
Exactly. No. He is, and that was the thing about Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, where it's literally the only other time that he played Dracula besides the original Dracula was in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, and he was kind of the mind of, I'm not going to do this if we're supposed to be silly. Like, he's like, the monsters are, this is how they are. This is like the way they should be portrayed. And so they kind of kept them very serious. And then the gags are very much around Abbott and Costello. And that was most of the horror comedies that Lugosi did. And, like I said, right before he filmed this movie, he was in London and he was doing a stage tour of Dracula, stage play tour. He also filmed a movie while he was over there called Mother Riley Meets the Vampire, or Vampire Over London, or it was released in America as My Son the Vampire.
Dracula's dog.
Yeah, essentially that's what it was. It was a comedy, but he's kind of the, he gets to, again, be serious, but he enjoyed it and he wanted to do more comedy. And so the other thing we're going to see during this break, it's not a trailer, it's an interview that Lugosi did, like, I'm pretty sure as he got off the boat from coming back from England, and he talks about, I just did this movie. I'm like coming back. I'm wanting to do more comedy. And then I don't know if they saw this interview, but right after this, they're like, we got something for you. And I don't know how happy Lugosi was with it in the end, but it'll be part of the fun. So we're going to get this trailer and this Lugosi interview. And then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. So stick around. We'll be right back.
You stupid fool. How'd I know they were coming out here? I'll get rid of them, though.
What's the matter with you? That's just an echo.
Just an echo.
See, that's what I tell you. There's nothing to be scared of.
That's what you think.
Well, boys, here we go again. Wait for
One of the great stars of stage and screen, both in Europe and the United States, Bela Lugosi. I've asked Bela Lugosi to be our next guest, one of the great stars of the stage and screen. And Bela, I can make that introduction without any qualms and without any reservations, because I don't know whether you know it or not, but Bela Lugosi, of course, always appears in the vampire pictures, Dracula and so forth. But among the trade, he is considered one of the finest actors ever to come out of Europe. And that was many years ago, Bela, wasn't it? I think in Hungary?
Yes, in Hungary. But first of all, before I answer any question, Jack, let me tell you it's a very pleasant surprise coming back after 8 months from England to get such a wonderful break to be on the television and you interview me. And
it's our pleasure to have you, believe me, because it's always wonderful meeting you, and we're not just throwing plaudits around here either. Incidentally, I do want to comment on one thing, how wonderfully well you look. You look as though you had a rest over there. You look as though you have complete ease of mind coming back.
Thank you. God is very good to me. I can tell that. Now, you see, I'm 30 years here in America, and 8 months ago, I was called to come to England to revive the American version of Dracula.
Doesn't Dracula ever end for you?
No. Dracula never ends. I don't know whether I shall call it a fortune or a course, but it never ends. I don't know whether I shall brag or complain about it, but Dracula is the only picture in existence in all the world, which since it is revived, since it is made in 31, it is the only picture which is revived in every city in America every year.
Well, you know, some people, Bela, would consider that a curse, and some would consider it a very good omen, because probably as a result of Dracula, you
make a living. Well,
and you were typecast. You know, you've made many other pictures of its type, vampire pictures and mystery pictures and things of that sort. But at the same time, I know you are always yearning, as all actors are, to do a different type of stage vehicle. What would you like to do? The romantic, the...
No, I would prefer to play comedy. You see, after I finished now playing a half a year Dracula on the stage, I was called to make a picture here in London called Vampire Over London. It was a horror part, but the situation was so funny that really it causes laugh, so I really enjoyed it.
You know, Fred Allen wants to do Hamlet, Jack Benny wants to do Hamlet, Bela Lugosi wants to play the
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Sure.
And you'd probably do very, very well at it. Tell us a little more about the picture that you made in England, Bela. What was the title of it?
Vampire Over London. I played a scary part, and I was the cause to create comedy by scaring all the people around me. And it was rather a clever story, and I think they would laugh at it very much. It's going to sell in America, especially. Yeah.
Was, incidentally, Dracula your favorite role?
After Dracula, my favorite role?
What was your favorite role? Was it Dracula?
In America, in English, or in Hungary at home?
We never consider your Hungarian performances because they've been, you know, so many years ago.
Yes, that's right. Because in Hungary, my favorite parts were all Ferenc Molnár's play, which I created originally, like Lilium and Guardsman.
Did you play in the very first performance of Lilium?
Sure, 30 years ago.
30 years ago, and here every year again, you know, we have Lilium playing around the country. I think last year or the year before, 2 years ago, they made it into a musical on Broadway.
Sure, they did.
Bela,
now, since I played Dracula, I'm the boogeyman.
Bela, it's so nice to have you back. It's really always a pleasure once again to meet you and say hello to you. But we're running out of time, and I do want to thank you and tell our friends that at this portion of the program, we come to the end of your Ship's Reporter for today. Ship's Reporter is produced on film by the National Television Guild and directed by Chick Vincent. Until next time, then, this is my very good friend, Bela Lugosi, and your Ship's Reporter, Jack Mangan, and we both wish you and yours the smoothest and smooth sailing.
Thank you, Jack. God bless you, God.
And we are back. So, yeah. I mean, you see, Bela Lugosi like had a knack for comedy. It wasn't a foreign concept to him. He had fun doing it. Obviously, he enjoyed it. He also took his work super seriously. There's a great blooper from Abbott Costello meet Frankenstein. Abbott Costello liked to hire comedians to like hang out around the set and like make jokes and keep the mood light. But every once in a while they'd interrupt like takes. And Lugosi's very like professional. Like he liked to joke offset. But when the camera's rolling, we're working because Bela could nail it in one take, right? So there's a famous blooper. Bela Lugosi's walking down this grand staircase, and he's like talking like to Abbott Costello, and you should be very careful, you know, just saying all the stuff. And there's a guy behind him wearing like a black cape, holding it over his face, wearing like a black like fedora or like a big black hat. And he's like creeping up behind Lugosi like this. And everybody starts laughing, and Lugosi turns around and sees the guy, and he just starts reaming him out. He's like, we should not be playing when we're trying to work. And then it just cuts out, and it's like you can barely like hear him, like, but he just starts to let into this guy. And
You
then
tell
it
him,
cuts.
Bela.
I love it. It's one of my favorite bloopers because I would love to see all the bloopers from all these old horror movies. You know I would, but the fact that there's any, and it's Bela Lugosi reaming a guy out, like yelling at him, I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. So, you know, he was a pretty good sport for the most part about these movies and had fun doing them. So, and we're about to get into the exciting third of Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. And this is, again, it's our final schlock fest of the summer. So, mean, anything before we get into it, boys? Any like final predictions or thoughts, or
Where do we think this is going?
yeah, where
I mean,
where
I
is
think
this
the
going?
so has he said the plan? Like he's trying to turn it is the guy, right? The crooner into a gorilla.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Just for science, just to see if he can.
Right. Yeah, see how it turns out. He's, more guinea pigs, right?
Yeah. He's gonna if you just keep applying the potion, then they just devolve into guinea pigs.
Right.
Guinea pigs is
that's
evolutionary speaking. That's
the missing link, and it was right in front of our eyes the whole time. We should have known.
These scientists couldn't even figure it out.
Well, they have hands like us.
Yeah,
so that's how we should have known.
Yeah,
you have got to see Lugosi. So apparently, all these stars visited the set and to watch him. And that was the thing that the associate producer talked about. He's like, nah, they didn't come to see Petrillo and Mitchell. They came to see Lugosi. And I mean, of course. I mean, the man.
I mean, he is he's half the title.
Oh, that was just about to say that. Exactly. There's a reason that his name is put in the title. He was gaining some cultural. He already had cultural cachet, but there was just a new wave of popularity for him at that time, which, I mean, again, when those movies were brought to television a few years after this, that was just another wave. But this was the theatrical re-release wave that he was riding at the time. And we'll see how he concludes it. If you guys don't have anything else, Fresh, if you've got it queued up.
I do.
Okay, then we're going to get into the exciting conclusion of our season 6 finale film. Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla right now. Oh shit. Got him.
Good morning, everybody. Where's everybody?
Hello.
Yeah,
Good
for
morning.
a low-budget movie, these sets are a little elaborate.
Yeah. No, it really is.
Anthropoid.
The
Compared
lab
to
does look good, even though I wish it had more electronics. Yeah.
Never mind that.
It's got more depth than Ed Wood's lab, that's for sure. And definitely better than some of the Poverty Row labs.
Ed Wood's got a flat lab.
Ooh, burn.
Damn, he said it. He really said it.
I think that will be all for today, Nona. Why don't you take our guest along with you to the village to meet your friend, Duke?
All right,
Yeah, I
Doctor.
can't believe Pee Wee
Come along,
Herman
Sammy.
died. He looks so good in this.
R.I.P. Pee Wee.
These were the pre-Playhouse
R.I.P. Wee.
days.
Pour out a
R.I.P.
kiwi.
Wee. Good, very good.
Good, Shula. Very good. First, we make sure he does not come to until we're finished.
Uh-oh. Here comes that Brooklyn gorilla everybody's been talking about.
Then, put him into the cage. Take off his clothes.
Whoa.
Put him into the cage.
I don't want that gorilla stretching out my threads. These are
Oh my
my
god,
clothes.
the fucking hat, dude.
Hey, it's my necklace.
Yeah, that's right, the one Dookie had on.
I want to see Bela Lugosi in that hat, man.
Yeah.
He looks like the
Don't
Hat
tell him we
Man.
found it. I want to tease him about losing it. Make him worry a little
It's
before I give it
definitely
back.
Serves him right.
a scary hat. On Lugosi, that hat is scary as hell.
That's it.
Yeah, I think if Lugosi was wearing that outfit, he would just look like kind of like a fun iteration of the Grim Reaper, maybe.
I'd love to have Lugosi as my Grim Reaper.
How long it take, mister?
I don't want him stretching out my clothes.
Put the ring on, though.
Oh, you are back, my little one.
Remember, Naomi, you promised.
No, Saloma. Nunca, Pascal, nunca.
Just a little?
Not a little. Oh. Did our father supply Duke with a guide to go to Pepe's?
He's
Duke
trying.
will come here.
Sure?
But sure.
He must have gone to find Pepe alone.
That's bad.
Dugar! Osmo!
It's pretty, like, there's more here than you get from a Poverty Row film, and again, this was shot under basically the same parameters, so it's one-shot bodying kind of upped his game, it seems like, by this point.
No, 1,000 times no.
How much do you have to spend to get a chimp in your
I don't know. I think they got it from some kind of animal, like, performer or like person, and it was just what it did.
So then you just pay the animal handler, right?
Exactly.
You don't pay the chimp.
I wish. Can you imagine all the bananas he'd buy?
So is this Crash Corrigan?
So it's Crash Corrigan's suit, which he sold to Steve Calvert. So it's probably Steve Calvert, but well, you'll see.
Now, let's see if my lovely Nona will prefer you to me.
Suppose he ain't here. Then what?
Then he must be lost in the jungle, and we better go find him before it's too late.
Dude, love that hat on him. Oh, just when I said that.
White suit, black shoes, black wide brim hat. It's a look.
Put Ramona in there too.
Lugosi would rock it.
He would.
Oh, have you seen Duke? Oh. Dookie!
Maybe he's in the
Dookie! Dookie! I just can't stand it.
Doctor, the Duke come.
Where'd he come from?
Another step in my experiment, my dear. Ramona is now a gorilla.
Ramona? Did Ramona?
Yes.
Boy, I'd hate to have to rock her to sleep now.
Do you intend to advance her one more step?
To the human level? No.
I don't blame you, Doctor.
He's
The
going
stupidest
back.
looking girl I ever saw.
Oh, Nick Swimmer's in the house. Yeah, man. This is, dude.
I don't know. We can't find
This is
him.
the only
must
way
be
to
lost
spend
in
a
the
Friday
jungle.
night. Watching some gorilla action,
Some
man.
of my people are searching for him.
Apes are in the house.
Sammy, I think we'd better go back to the village.
Not me. I'm tired of chasing around. I'll wait here.
I will be glad to go with
Yeah,
you, my dear.
this is some cheesy shit, Nick.
They finally met. Bela Lugosi's finally met the Brooklyn Gorilla.
Yeah, pretty anticlimactic, don't you think?
Yeah,
Don't
not
take any wooden bananas.
Oh my god, don't tell me that he understands gorilla.
Oh my gosh.
That's sign language? Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Like he's Bela Lugosi turned him into
Shall,
Coco.
If you should return, bring him to the village. Yes, master. Let's go.
Dude, pour one out for Coco, man.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my god,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Coco. So sad. Coco the goat.
Wait, what are you trying to say, Ramona? Oh, wait, what are you trying to do, Ramona? I don't understand you. What?
Something about my bicep I worked out too hard and I got sleepy and now I'm hungry, but I need money.
Oh, good. Uh-huh. 3 words.
Oh my God, it's this bit.
First word. Pupil. Eyelash. Brow.
I love charades.
Eye. Second word. Ear. No, sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, just, pure animal rage, You try to put that man in a cage, and he's gonna break out. He's gonna grow hairs and go crazy.
Bang. Ram.
Going ape.
Ram.
That's another friend of ours that is the ape. But...
Wait a minute, Ramona. I can't hear you with all that noise. You wait right here. I'll be right back. Look, will you clear out all that racket
Who's stomping around?
Uh-oh. He's gonna figure it out. Now he's got it.
What if Ramona's in there?
What? Oh my God, he's got that shirt.
How'd they get there?
She's gonna rip it to shreds. You know how much Zabor paid for that? That's a Dan Flashes.
Look, what are you trying to tell me? I don't
This is $150 out the door.
Don't answer that.
Out the door.
Only Duper here, he figure it out. He's a smart one. Little Ramona, big Ramona, apes, gorillas, jungles, natives, mad doctors. What an interesting cranium. Makes me nervous with all this stuff. I'm a young kid. I got a lot of talent. I don't want to go through all this stuff.
Oh, wow. That, of course, that's how he figures it out.
We got a crooning gorilla.
The crooning gorilla. Coming to a nightclub near you. Now, okay, so if it was a Jerry Lewis ripoff act with a gorilla, that'd be fun, right?
Yeah. now that is an original twist.
One guy's a baby man, one guy's a gorilla man. It's the tops. God, you gotta appreciate the man in the suit. Shout out to the man in the suit right now.
They just take turns getting shit faced.
Mm-hmm.
This is my drinking
This
chair.
is the drinking chair.
Oh!
That actor knew how to fake a punch.
With the Tarzan stuff. Now let's go upstairs and hide until I can figure this thing out.
You gotta throw barrels down the stairs.
So this is a Donkey Kong origin story, right?
They have not found Duke.
No, he not come to my play.
We must find him, Father.
Oh,
Father. Something has happened to
Oh,
him.
I love
We will find him.
Lugosi's safari outfit right now.
Good,
That's-
Kiki.
Colonel
I'm sure
Sanders
we'll be safe, my
meets
dear.
Africa. African safari.
Father, we've got to find him.
Wala man na
Gozalo ko lado do salo.
ay, kema.
Oh my God.
The real meeting of the minds here.
When you were human, you did all the thinking for the both of us. Find him now, figure it out. And with nothing but my poor little brain to help us.
I don't know, as a sitcom maybe I'd watch it. As a movie, it's My Roommate the Gorilla. It'd at least get a season, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It would at least get a pilot.
Okay, yeah, pilot for
You
sure.
gotta get that screwy doctor to change your back again. What if he hasn't got the combination? Oy vey.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't cry, Dookie. Just think what a sensation will be when we get back home. I can see it all now. Sammy Petrello and Duke Mitchell, the singing gorilla. I will kill him. We may even
He would
play
make a lot of money.
I mean, yeah.
Don't cry, Nona. They'll find Duke.
If anything, this is a
him.
benefit to your career.
Everybody look for him. They find him honest.
Don't cry, my child.
Oof.
Don't cry. I can solve this with my penis.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibes. Lugosi is seductive.
It's about Duke.
No, my dear. Ramona is loose. She's dangerous. If she comes here, you have my permission to kill her.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh, I see. When they see his giant swinging ape nuts, they're gonna know it's not her.
Look, don't worry. We can get a nice apartment near the Bronx Zoo, and you can go over to the monkey house.
No, that's true.
anytime
Ramona
you
definitely
want.
doesn't have, you know,
Yeah.
definitely
It's
doesn't have
a
nuts.
side effect of the science potion. Are there other gorillas on this island?
Yeah. Apparently so.
What?
So this is why there's speculation that maybe Crash Corrigan is in this, because there's two.
Oh, yeah. And there's only 2 gorilla men in Hollywood.
Well, now apparently Steve Calvert did at some point get 2 suits and did hire a guy to be in the other suit, but I'm not sure if that was after this or that is this. That might have happened after this. If so, one of them could be Crash Corrigan. IMDb says it is Crash Corrigan.
Somebody photoshopped the helmet on him, and then I think maybe we'll be able to tell.
Right. Yeah. See,
The fish scale trunks.
if he runs into somebody, maybe we can match it.
Well, we gotta take a chance. Come on, get up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's the dynamic duo right there.
Yeah, Cranky Kong gives you all of your power-ups.
Yeah, the last musical number is going to be the Donkey Kong rap.
Here's something that ought to do it.
Oh my god. If only.
Here we go.
What are you doing? What are you clowning? Here, put it on. Will you put it on? Now look, Duke Mitchell. I'm running this game, you understand?
Ah.
I don't talk back. There, now put it on.
I can see that being
Just
Crash,
slapping a
man.
gorilla now.
Because I think Duke just walked in the door, so I could see this one being Crash.
Have we seen them in the frame together? Could it just...
They're different costumes. If you look at them, you can tell.
I mean, the one guy, you said he had 2 costumes, though.
Yeah, these
So
are
he-
different. When you look at them, you can tell they're different.
Yeah. But if they're never in the
Yeah,
same...
one is Cranky Kong and the other one is Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I think one, the jaw can move, and the other one, the jaw can't move.
I'm just saying, like, if we never see them together, it could just
Right,
be
but
the one guy
it could be
doing
the
about
same
6.
guy.
It could be, but
I like to think that it's Crash Corrigan.
same
Oh,
shot.
same shot. That's confirmed. Crash Corrigan confirmed.
Told you, bitch. That was definitely not Lugosi. That was definitely a stuntman.
Yeah.
The guy was way too chubby to be Lugosi.
Oh, you mean they weren't gonna throw this old man on the floor?
No, that was Lugosi. That's not. That is.
You hurt this time, master? No. Get my rifle. You must kill him.
Come on, Doogie, let's go, boy. Hurry up, will ya? Come on.
God dang. I'd hate running in that.
Don't let him get us, boy.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's some
That was stylish.
choreography there. Okay,
Gorilla
look.
fight.
See, you can see the two different costumes.
Oh, great.
One's definitely bigger
Now
than
they're
the
gonna
other.
get mixed up, and he's not gonna know which is which.
If only he had the helmet on.
He already did that bit once, so you know they gotta run it into the ground.
Yeah, we can get a little more mileage out of this one.
We can do this joke 5 or 6 more times. It'll be fine. It'll work.
Come on, tell you, see you later, and let's get out of here.
It's just an Italian-American crooner. Nothing to be alarmed about.
Wait, put that away. It's only Duke.
Oh, no. What crazy thing this?
It was Duke that Dr. Zaber changed into a gorilla, not Ramona.
Duke, is it really you? Oh, Duke, my darling, what have they done to you?
We'll find Doctor.
I'm not Duke.
You won't have to find me. A very touching scene.
Oh, God.
Step aside.
Oh, my
Never
God, it's
seen-
Nigel Thornberry.
Step aside.
Never seen Lugosi armed before.
Yeah.
What are you nuts? Come on back, Doogie.
Oh. Killed him.
He got me. Ah, he got me.
Sammy.
Duke, I don't want to die, Duke. I'm too young.
No.
I have too much
Oh,
talent.
no.
I don't want to die.
No.
Come on, wake
No.
up, will ya? Let's go. Hey, come on.
No.
Don't tell me.
Come on.
I'm stopping it. I'm not watching the end of this.
Duke, you're not a gorilla
Alright,
anymore.
sweet screams everywhere.
Gorilla? What are you talking about?
Yeah, creep tight. Yeah. fuck this
All right,
Right.
and we're out.
You're in our dressing room of the Jungle Hut in Passaic, New Jersey, and we're on next. Let's go. Come on.
Dream.
Hurry up.
New
straighten up.
Jersey.
This is fucking awful.
Come on,
dude.
will ya?
Come on, shut up, Duke. I'm going.
I just had the weirdest dream, and you were there, and you were there.
Hello, Dookie.
Hi, baby. How'd it go?
Yeah.
Sensational.
Yeah.
What a crowd. We really killed them.
Really?
Good luck, honey.
Chief Rakos.
Hot work, huh, Pop?
Oh, yeah? You're not kidding.
Bye-bye, baby.
Bye. Cuckoo, come on. Watch it, Bob. Watch it.
Happy.
What?
Nothing.
Scarface.
Killer.
Hurry it up. You're on next. What kept you?
Oh, Doogie, the most awful thing happened.
And you'd better get some laughs this time, or you'll be collecting unemployment insurance.
Dr. Zabor.
What's the matter with you?
Oh,
Fuck is
Doogie, I just saw
unemployment
everybody in my
insurance?
dream. Chula, Peppy, and that's the guy that says, what an interesting cranium right over there. That's the fella.
Of course. Gotta drive the one more fat joke in there, right?
Where's my little Tarzan?
Oh my God.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, those two fireballs of fun, Duke Mitchell and Sandy Petrillo.
Come on, Cuckoo. Come on, break it up. Come on.
Gee, you're not so bad.
Oh my God. Oh, he came full circle. Look at that. That's character. That's what we call in the business.
He's learning. He's learning. I like this guy now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Doogie, look. There's the new bird.
Luau bird?
Yeah, don't you know what a luau bird is?
No, what's a luau bird?
That's a bird that lays square eggs. Then he goes.
What a joke.
I love you, oh, my
Man, that was a good one, dude. Holy shit.
Indeed, I do.
Man, fuck this movie.
My internet connection is fucked. Oh yeah. Baby.
Because I do. Cause baby, yes, a baby.
Oh, we were done
Oh,
with the
baby, indeed I do.
Now kiss.
And that was Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn Gorilla. What did we think, boys?
I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, you don't even have to ask. You don't even have to ask.
No, you're right. All right.
It
Sweet
was
screams, everybody.
Yeah, it was all a dream.
Don't you love those endings? I thought you liked those endings.
Yeah. It's more interesting when they wake up in the asylum.
Yeah.
All in the dream.
Yeah, that was probably the best dream sequence we ever got. Because it was the first one ever, so it's allowed. And anytime after that, it's just been a ripoff of Caligari. So take it for what it is. It's funny, Fresh made a joke about the Wizard of Oz ending during our mini-sode this past week, and I didn't know if he had went ahead and read the our Wikipedia plot summary for this film and knew that when he said that, but if not, it was a startling coincidence to me. And so I didn't know, Fresh, if you got a sneak peek or was
got a crystal ball over there,
something that was genuinely on your mind.
No, I just always say that's the ending of every movie because it's the worst ending.
And shockingly enough, I was like, I have to end this season on a really schlocky movie. What's more schlocky than that ending, right? I mean, that's, only movies that can pull it off are Caligari.
I will give it that, yes. It's very schlocky.
Yeah, Caligari and Wizard of Oz pulled it off. Any other movie, it's very schlocky. It's just not. It's not a satisfying ending in any way, shape, or form, I think.
Yeah, as Bela kind of he had them, like he was gonna get them, that he had won.
Which to buy into the whole scenario, what is any nightmare but you are cornered, you were literally about to die or be killed, and then you wake up.
Yeah, I have a recurring nightmare where I get shot by Safari Lugosi.
Oh my god, if that was my recurring nightmare, it'd be my recurring favorite dream. I mean, oh my god. Dream. I mean, this is gonna sound really lame. One recurring dream that I've had for many years now is that I somehow go to some kind of store or flea market or some kind of obscure place and they just have all this classic horror movie memorabilia with Lugosi and Karloff and all this, and I'm just getting all this stuff.
I think I've had dreams like that before.
Never even thought before that I would ever own or have in their mind.
You wake up and it's
like, oh, I had that. Oh,
so
I just
close.
had it.
Sand through my fingers.
Thought it was real. And I get pretty bent out of shape about it, but those are some of my favorite recurring dreams, and I have those pretty often. So, yeah, I mean, again, you talk about the commoditization of Bela Lugosi. I mean, certainly tonight's movie doesn't get any more blatant, but I thought he served served the purpose pretty well of just being the bad guy in a horror comedy film. The mad scientist, he's had plenty of experience in that role. And I thought he did, same old well. I mean,
Yeah, he performed at his usual high level.
I mean, ultimately it was just a cop-out ending,
A bit, yeah.
That's, I think, what we're...
Yeah, I mean, because, where do you go, I guess? They hadn't really set up any kind of...
There was no way
escape
out. There was
plan or
no...
anything.
Yeah, it was... it was all a dream. So we had to get another one of those at some point, and a bad one at that. So I think there was no more fitting way to end our summer of schlock than... Again, I hadn't seen that before, and I would say that fits the bill of schlock.
Yeah. The title kind of feels a little strange now. Like he meets the gorilla, but he kind of creates the gorilla.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't say. I mean, I guess some people
Yeah.
you say like,
And-
oh, I
and then he meets him.
met my infant, my child.
Yeah, the meats moniker is definitely just kind of cold from, Abbott and Costello meet this monster or that monster. It had just kind of been established at that point. So to say, oh, and again, remember the story that I told you that the studio executive's son said the title should be Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla, and he was 10. So
Yeah, maybe the takeaway from this is don't let 10-year-olds title movies.
yeah, don't trust your 10-year-olds so much when you're in that serious of a business. Jack Broder did. I don't really know why, but
I mean, so the comedy duo got a ton of screen time. They're not in the title.
no. I mean, again, Brooklyn Gorilla.
I mean, he's kind of the same character,
but yeah, I mean, no, but it is, again, that's how these horror comedies that are built around a comedic duo go. Like the duo is the main.
I'm surprised it's not the duo meet Bela Lugosi.
No, I mean, even like Abbott and Costello. Yeah, well, I guess when you lead with Bela Lugosi, I guess you're expecting a little more like Bela Lugosi centered of a film, but no. Yeah, I mean, this was their first movie, so it's kind of hard to bill it as Petrillo and Mitchell meet Bela Lugosi.
Yeah,
kind of expect that that's gonna sell anything.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
who the fuck are Petrillo and Mitchell? And we're still asking that to this day. And I mean, no, they were having fun with this, and I mean, again, Lugosi. I mean, it was just another opportunity to keep working and take advantage of his popularity. I mean, like we were saying, this was a revival of those kind of movies. This was on a double bill with a Universal movie called The Black Castle, which features Boris Karloff. I'm not going to say it stars Boris Karloff because
wait, sorry, what was it called again?
The Black. The Black Castle.
Okay.
I know the joke that you're making, okay? We've all seen Arrested Development, okay? The Black Castle, yes. Star with Boris Karloff. It's a very, would we say tonight's movie stars Bela Lugosi or features Bela Lugosi?
I'm almost leaning more towards features.
Then I would say The Black
Features.
The Black Castle has a cameo by Boris Karloff, but they bill it as like starring Boris Karloff, and he is barely in the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't really do any. He's a good guy, basically. And Lon Chaney's in it, but they don't advertise him. And he is like kind of monstrous, but still just a henchman. Go figure. R.I.P. Undersea Kingdom. R.I.P. Hacker. Yeah, I mean it's kind of kind of sad, but par for the course. These horror movie actors kind of get used for their name, and even if they're in the movie or not, it's good marketing. And so that tonight's movie was kind of a case in point. They can feature the movie kind of, and will milk their name for all it's worth, and hopefully more money for us. They definitely made a profit off this. $12,000. Nothing. But thanks everybody so much for watching tonight. Our season 6 finale. Of course, we're gonna take a week off, so we won't be having a mini-sode or a public domain horror movie for you next Friday, but we will be back on August 25th, starting season 7, lucky number 11, as Fresh pointed out before we started tonight. And we're going to be starting with a kind of a personal favorite of mine, a 1933 film called The Vampire Bat, which is really like evocative of the movies that we don't get to watch on the stream, which is the Universal horror movies that I fucking love so much. These really capture the same energy and vibe without actually being Universal horror movies. A Universal horror movie, and it's shot on the same like sets and has some of the same actors. It's just not a Universal film, so it's like I love it. It is great. So you can join us on August 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern for that. Of course, you can go catch all of our past episodes over on our YouTube page at Scream Stream Live. We are also on the socials on Twitter and Instagram. So Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. God damn it. I hate
the
that.
social media site formerly known as Twitter.
I guess that's what we have to start saying now. X, at Scream Stream Show, Instagram, TikTok, also at Scream Stream Show. Of course, you can find me over on Twitter at Spakenstein. Mr. Evan Sink is over on Twitter and Instagram at Caligari Cursed, and Mr. Fresh Rogan is on Twitter and Instagram at Fresh Rogan. Last thing, but just before we sign off for this season, any you guys have a favorite movie for your summer of schlock? We've seen 10 pretty schlocky movies this season. I think I did a pretty good job, not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a pretty good job curating the schlock.
Good selection
For
good
this
selection.
season.
Could we get a quick reminder of what we watched this season?
So we have seen Manos, The Hands of Fate, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Creature of Destruction, The Legend of Bigfoot, The Beach Girls and the Monster, Tormented. I know I'm missing. Oh, Teenage Zombies. I know I'm missing some more.
I think Tormented was maybe the most interesting, but Manos was probably my favorite.
Kind of hard not to love Manos. I definitely fell in love with it for sure. What about you, Fresh?
I like Teenage Zombies, I think, the best this season.
Ah, okay. You like the DIY spirit. Yeah. I know I do.
Yeah.
I know I enjoyed it. God, I really wish I could remember the other movies in the season, because I do feel like, I mean, I have enjoyed everything. Manos was really, it's really hard to beat Manos, man.
It's
That's
an entertaining movie.
the cult movie of all cult movies, I think. Like, kind of hard to pass it. So, it has been a wonderful season of Schlock, and so, next season we'll be getting back into more of a mix. We'll be getting some silent film, and just things that we didn't have this past season. We were mostly in the 50s and 60s this season, so next season we're spanning out a little more, which I think is always good. You know I like it. So, anything before we sign off for this season, boys?
Do we want to scream out?
Oh, just kidding. The Legend of Bigfoot was my favorite one. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. Yep. I don't blame you
Yeah,
there.
forgot about that one.
It
Yeah.
was pretty great. Kind of hard to pass that up. Before I sign off, I just can't not know what all we showed. So I'm just gonna let you know. Mesa of Lost Women. That was one I didn't mention. Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory.
course. How
So
could we
those were the
forget?
other two. Mesa of Lost Women, Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory.
What was your favorite?
Trying to decide, it's really hard. Because I did also Teenage Zombies. I mean, I did really like it. It was terrible, but I like. I'm gonna have to go with Manos ultimately, not to
Crowd
also
favorite. for a
pick what
reason.
you picked, but I also really liked Manos. So, yeah. Well, until whatever, we'll have some schlock and some good stuff. We're going to be leading into Halloween next season, so I really mostly have tried to pick some spooky stuff. So I haven't come up with a name for next season. I don't know that I will, but just know that it's more spooky. So get ready for that. Until next season. Sweet screams, everybody.
Creep tight.
And to all, a good fright. I scream.